What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's having a wonderful night. It's Coach Ricks. Welcome to Coach's Talk, where we discuss all things OU related, college football related, all things in between. Before we get started, please, please, please hit that like button, hit that red subscribe button, ring the bell so you won't miss any content that I got going out. Well, tough loss tonight. I had to come in here, and like I said, I'm not going to try to run a duck or hide no one. I thought it was a terrible game, but you got to give credit to where credit is due to Tennessee. They came in and they played sound football. They played sound football, something that OU did not do, but not to make any excuses. The game was played on the field between two tough teams, and Tennessee came out on top. Um, Sit here and say what you want to say about Jackson Arnold giving up fumbles in the red zone, the offensive line. Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. Well, a little bit to do with that, but a lot of the stuff and everything, man, is self-inflicted. When you're already playing a good team, you can't just keep helping them out, helping them out, helping them out. You just can't keep doing that. You have to be able to at least play smart. That thing that we call SCS is what we call in the coaching game. Sound, clean, smart football. And Jackson did not do that. But one thing that we did find, I think we found us a quarterback that was willing to give his body, that was willing to go out there and do what he could to at least get back in the game and make it a little bit more presentable. I think Michael Hawkins came in there, man, and did what he needed to do. I think the first few drives, Latrell was still trying to run Jackson Arnold's offense and everything, to where it fits Jackson. When you have a mobile threat quarterback and another quarterback, you have to be able to have what's up, Bishop Frank. You have to have different packages for those quarterbacks to come in here and do what they're supposed to do. Now, what I saw that might help Oklahoma going in the future if they decide to go with Michael Hawkins, uh, is when you roll him out, receivers have to sit. You can't have a receiver keep going to the sideline when your quarterback is going there. That the defenders won't stop. They're going to keep sliding and sliding and sliding, and it just makes it more difficult for him. What's up, Mars? Andy Staples said we got smashed. Losing by 8 of 10 is not smashed. Well, I mean, it wasn't smashed. I mean, everyone thought that Tennessee was going to come in here and lay 50 on us. Uh, if you take away, which it's a part of football, if you take away the 12 points that we gave them, the safety, because false start, but still, it's part of football. 2 points there. When Jackson Arnold fumbled the ball after we stripped the ball the next play, that led to 3 points. And then he fumbled the ball again, which led to 7 points. So you gave them 12 points off your turnovers, which, hey, that's a part of football. You won't hear me complaining. You won't hear me sit here and saying anything bad about that. That defense came in here and they played. And if I'm a defensive coordinator and I know that your offensive line is wounded or not complete, or you're plugging in pieces, I'm going to blitz the hell out of you. There was sometimes guys were coming in and they wasn't even being blocked. What's up, Bishop? Big salute, Mark. Yeah, there were times that the guy wasn't even getting blocked, and I'm like, how in the hell do you run a counter and the defensive end ain't even getting blocked, and you run right back into him, and the damn right tackle is going out? So it's just a lot, man. That as a coach, man, you sit there and you rack your brain about the direction this team's going to go. I think for I think one thing is a positive tonight. Everyone got to see that defense is a damn good defense. That defense was on the damn field way too long. And I think that when we get further on, if we decide to go with Michael Hawkins, which you know he proved to me, man, by giving up his body, trying to dive in the end zone and everything, man, that he wants to win, he wants to be out there. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I thought the game was so close that 2 point conversion that we got flagged for, That really hurt us. That really hurt us because then we could have just kicked the extra point and then we can just kick the ball deep. So think about that. You take that 2 points away, and then you even mix the extra point. So now that gives you 17. So now you don't really have to do the onside kick. You can go down there with your 3 timeouts. Even if it is a minute and 13 seconds, you got 3 timeouts. It sends a different level of the defense to try to at least get that ball back. But I think it was just a well coached game by Tennessee. I'm not gonna sit here and try to throw shade at them. The defense came in and did their job against a depleted offensive line. Coach B, we all know you're a great offensive coach, offensive line coach, but you're gonna have to earn your paycheck now because this line and everything, man, they let a lot of assignments go on accounted for, a lot of assignments. And if this is the way it's going to be going forward, man, you're gonna cause a lot of fans to have stress. But as you saw when Michael Hawkins came in, maybe it was just the way the defensive was reacting because now they can't go all out blitz and come in and try to tackle the quarterback. But the first half, I mean, if you holding Nico to 8 of 11 for 126 yards passing, 66 of those yards was on a touchdown pass. You're holding him and everything, man, to for 7 of 10 for 60 yards. So the defense did their job, man. I really can't sit here and say anything. This defense is elite. Now, those teams like Missouri that struggles with Vandy, they're gonna have a hard time scoring against Oklahoma. Those teams like Louisville. I mean, I hate to say, I mean, but not Louisville. I'm sorry. Why I say Louisville? I'm sorry. Missouri and LSU, they gonna have a hard time scoring on this defense. If we can just get the offensive line to at least block your assignments, block your gaps. That's all that we need to do is block your gaps and block your assignments. If we do that, we'll be all right. But I'm kind of disappointed right now, man, because the defense played their ass off tonight, and the offense, we went 6 drives without a damn first down. 6 drives without a first down. And then we got the seventh one because of a face mask after an incomplete pass. So if we're gonna go with Michael Hawkins, you're gonna have to put packets in that help him, that helps his ability to roll out and hit guys. He can throw the ball. He just needs time. So that mental clock for offensive line, 3 seconds. So now you got to start running plays and everything that are either slants or play action, or you got to run screens. Screens will eliminate a lot of the blitzing, but you have to disguise it in a way to where the defense don't know that it's coming. But hard fought win, man. I mean, you got defense forced 2 fumbles from Nico in our red zone, and then we get a damn ball right back to him. I don't know why you run Jackson Arnold up the middle on a damn quarterback draw, and then he fumbles the ball. The ball gets stripped. I mean, calm down, coach. Calm down, calm down. At the end of the day, what I got on here to say, because I don't duck and dodge nobody. All week, my email box has been blowing up about how Tennessee's gonna come in here and spank us. If you watch that game, and if you think that Tennessee came in here and spanked us, you crazy. Tennessee came in here and did what they're supposed to do. Oklahoma beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma put themselves behind the 9 ball, man. I mean, there's nothing that you can do about that. And that's part of football, though. It's part of football is coming in here and executing, being smart, being physical, and putting your will out there. So are we giving up? I don't think they're giving up on Jackson, but today Jackson just was, I don't know what it was. We keep saying that this is his 4th game, but this is his 5th game. This would have been his 4th game, and then the bowl game. Somehow, some way, the game has to slow down for you, but that's also there needs to be help from your OC. Your OC has to put you in a position to where you don't have so many reads, and you have to call a play and everything to where if If I have a team that's blitzing me real bad, I'll put 5 out. So now that eliminates the safeties coming down. That eliminates the strong safety coming down. That eliminates the linebackers. You have one linebacker that will key in on me. But when you do that, so now I know where that linebacker's at. So now no matter where I go, I know that that linebacker is on me. So what I do is I always have my offensive line. You make sure everybody brings their ass in. So your first step is out to force him in. To where now I know I can swerve out to the side, but not having done a lot of practice with the ones, he doesn't know what the line's going to do a lot of times. So yes, Mars awareness. Our awareness and everything on our offensive line. I mean, I watched this game and I wrote down some things, man, is that offensive line the offensive line has to want to. That old saying, they have to want to. And then the heart and pride got to kick in. I know I'm not gonna let this man keep whooping my ass this whole game. So pride has to kick in. And that's what it is. This was just a good old fashioned ass whooping. That's all it was. But Oklahoma gave them a lot of the ammunition to win this game. Um, Got to take a hat off to Tennessee. They came in here and seized the moment. They did. They got Oklahoma at the right time. But I think going forward, if we have a week off, I think if we're going to stick with Michael Hawkins, it's going to be these teams now can't blitz like they want to. They're going to have to find packets to where they can either blitz from a side to force him to the opposite side, and then have a spy on that backside. March. For some reason, I'm not mad. I felt we learned. No, we did. We learned a lot today. What I learned today, Mars. Man, thank you guys for jumping in. What I learned today, honestly, is that our damn defense is good. Our defense is good as hell. I think we just need a few games of some players playing together online. They didn't beat. I already knew they were gonna beat us by 50. I don't know why. I mean, like I said, that's one thing that I knew. Uh, because if you watch this team and the way that Josh called the game was very smart. He didn't put Nico in too many plays to where his back was to the sides. And what I mean by that is if you're a quarterback, you want to at least keep your peripheral to where you can see both ends. Notice how some quarterbacks turn to one side and then the backside blitz comes. All night tonight, Nico was straightforward down the field so he could see everything coming. That was a great call by and some people don't notice that, but I notice things like that being a quarterback's coach and everything is that you notice things from your peripheral and everything to where you have to be able to see the whole field, regardless of seeing blitzes coming. You still have to be able to account for everyone in the inside. The more we play Hawkins, the more likely Arnold will hit the portal. Are we ready for that choice? What about? Well, here's the thing. If now here's the good thing about that. If Jackson does, which I don't think he will, we have quarterbacks coming in that can back up Michael. They can back up Michael. So I mean, I don't want Jackson to hit the portal because as you can see, you're gonna need two quarterbacks. Coach Tricks, LOL. That's in response to a lot of the bandwagon fans overreacting. We still have a lot of opportunities. Oh yeah, it's just one game. Look, I had OU 10-2. Oh, some people had OU 9-3. And I'm gonna be honest, the only two teams that we got left that I see us losing to is Ole Miss and Alabama. I still think we can get Texas, regardless of what Texas is doing right now. A lot of these teams are going to be that game right there when the OU plays Texas. You can throw the record book out the window. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. You can throw that record book out the window. It doesn't really matter. We have a nice quarterback. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. brain fart. You guys put it in there right now, man. My mind is not on thinking about our recruits right now. I'm kind of still pissed off a little bit, but I'm getting through it because I know the game of football, and I know I'm not gonna let one game make me jump off the bandwagon and go crazy. I'm not gonna do that. This is on Steph to figure out what works and what and run it. Cause this defense, man, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I was like, damn, every field goal, defense kept playing. And I kept hearing Herbie say, this defense can't keep doing it, but it kept doing it. I always felt like if we could keep that game close to a 16 point, sooner Magic gonna kick in sooner or later. But once we got, I mean, Michael Hawkins giving his body up and not sliding for that touchdown, that's your quarterback. That's your quarterback, man. I hate to do it, but we had the same thing last year when Caleb came in when Spencer, went, a year before last. When Spencer had that rough game against Texas, Caleb came in and won the game for us. So I thought there was going to be another one of those kind of things. Michael Hawkins come in and win it for us. Keep the game close. Keep the game close. So yes, Stinkaz. I mean, Alabama and Ole Miss. But like I said, we got to keep progressing because you don't know. Injuries do happen, and I don't want injuries on no one. Things happen over season. Things happen over time to where when you start playing these teams, things happen. And I don't wish hurt on nobody. As we can see, yours is already out. I don't want injury. I don't wish injury on no one. I'm just saying that you can't be disappointed enough to where you jump off the bandwagon and say, I'm done with this. I'm done with this team. We're gonna go 5-7. No, I'm not. I'm just disappointed that this defense deserves a good offense to complement it. That's all. This is the part where Jackson. Well, I mean, people keep saying that, but if you're a competitor and I lost my job, I'm gonna go get it back. I'm gonna get it back, or at least try to get it back. And he can't get in the portal anyway until after the season. So he's not gonna give up on his guys. I don't think he's not that kind of guy to give up on his team. I think he's just gonna have to figure it out. What can I do to help this team get better? Is that to help Michael read the defense? That's help Michael get better to lead this team because Jackson just played bad tonight. And I want to say this, man, because it hurts my heart, man. Kendall Adobe, man. Uh, I knew that was a broke leg soon when it happened. Um, I mean, I've seen injuries like that before, and when your leg goes the opposite way and like that and everything, that's an immediately broken leg. And I hate that for him, man. It's because that young man was just playing his ass off out there, man. And you hate it because he's a senior. I don't know if he has a medical red shirt left because this was the fourth game, and I think that he can still get it. Stop with the RPO and Jackson will play. Yeah, Jackson. But see, that's what Jackson ran in high school, Hank. He ran the RPO in high school. And yeah, this ain't high school, but that's what he ran. So you got to take your hat off, man, to for Tennessee for keeping everything in front of them. And when you go 6 drives and you don't, Tennessee scored 6 points the second half. 6 points, and we gave them 12. So I'm not into that. That's take away the 12, and it'll be a good game. No, it's part of football. Those 12 points and everything they earned because they were disciplined enough to hold on to the ball, not make mental mistakes, not make mental errors. Uh, but going forward, I think Oklahoma's going to be fine. I think having this week off is gonna help them out because you got to get ready for Texas. And don't get me wrong, I think we need to lick our wounds and sit here and say, you know what, we came out here with a game plan, it didn't work. But now it's time for us to go smash somebody else in the mouth, Hank. But with the waterfall effect this line is causing, it might not be the idea. Maybe, maybe. I see that. I can see that. But with Nick going out after thinking that he was back, maybe there was something that we didn't know. When he came limping like that, that's a hamstring. That's a hamstring. So either he got a hamstring because when you make a cut like that and that happens and everything, man, it is what it is. Let me see. Somebody else is sending me a message and everything. Uh, oh, highlighted reply. I don't have no excuse. Coach Ricks, now what's the I don't have no excuse. I sat here and I'm telling everybody on my live podcast, I have no excuses. I'm not gonna make no excuse. I took my hat off to Tennessee. But like y'all in here in my comments going crazy about y'all gonna score 50, y'all lost y'all damn mind. Y'all was not gonna score 50. And I already knew that. But y'all came in here with a good game plan and y'all did good. But now I'm not like Jason. I don't just block people and all that kind of stuff. But I got my Twitter account up on my phone, and of course, all the ball fans are going crazy. I don't run from the smoke. I really don't. But now y'all see that a few things here go right, a few things there go wrong. Y'all lose that game. So keep it humble. Y'all did win. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I don't duck and dodge. That's one thing that coach is not gonna do. I don't duck and dodge. I give credit where credit is due, and that's what it is. So, uh, but you guys gonna have to see some more teams down the road, and y'all keep that same energy as well. But the season is still in front of our guys, and this is something to learn from. I sometimes, Hank, this is being real. Sometimes after a loss, a team comes to better more because this team is a defense-led team. Better to lose early than late. Yeah, yeah, homegrown. I see that too, man. It's good to it's okay to lose early, but I think this was a game that OU could have won. You know, missed assignments, missed blocking, not playing with heart, not playing with passion. That's what caused OU to lose this game. And then once Jackson got pulled, you have to go to the playbook that you run for Michael Hawkins in ball games. When I have three quarterbacks and all three quarterbacks have a different package because I have to know what they can do because Anthony can't run what Jonas can run and Jonas can't run what Anthony can run. So and then the freshman and everything, Julius and everything is a speedster. So when I need anything out in the flat or screens and like that, I put that in. So you have to know who to put in and what to call when they're in. And I don't think he did that because Michael Hawkins was in there for six straight drives, six straight series, and we didn't get not one first down. So you were trying to still run the basic offense for Jackson with Michael Hawkins. So, what's up, Kimberly K? I'm so proud of our defense. Tennessee did not run up the score on OU. 10-point win, not a blowout. Congrats. Yes, and like I'm gonna say, I said earlier, the 12 that we gave them was a gift. The 12, I mean, when you are on the 5-yard line, you do a silent count. So that eliminates all false starts. That's basic one-on-one rule for coaches. If you're on your own 5-yard line, you don't try to draw them off. You don't draw all the. You go on a silent count. So you at least get 3 or 4 yards of the ball move. Just jumping and shit, and then getting half the distance and getting the safety, it's just stupid stuff. It's stupid stuff. But I'm not gonna sit here and bitch and whine and complain and moan. Our defense played their ass off. I think everybody now in the SEC knows. Okay, that stigma that you don't have a defense, that shit is dead. Right on. I'm giving Seth the stink eye. Well, guys, you got to be careful with that because, and this is real. I can sit here and tell you guys, um, I've called some stinky gas games. I've called some stinky games because the game gets too big for even me. So I'm not gonna sit here and try to, and like I said, yeah, College level and high school level, two different things. But the moment gets too big and you want to call the perfect play, and then you get into this what we want to call quicksand. And quicksand means that you just start going down, going down, going down, going down. And that's when you know shit that you calling ain't working. So I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be fine. I think the week off that we need to get some injury guys back. I always told people, and nobody want to take what I said to heart. It ain't really the offensive line. I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna say, "No, coach, you crazy." Jalil Farouk is definitely missed. We didn't know how important he was to the offense because you're asking guys that have never been in these type of ball games and this type of big games and experience to do things. Now, bonehead plays and penalties, you can't do those. Can't do this. Whoever runs the scheme that had success the best is the one to go with. Oh, Hank, it's Hawkins. That's it. Same. I was kind of disappointed in the fans. I get tired of this booing the quarterback shit. We got to stop that. I mean, I know we're Oklahoma. I know that we're diehard about winning, but you cannot boo your own damn players. I don't give a damn how bad he's doing. That burns me up. We saw the same shit with Spencer and with Caleb. And then we lost both of our quarterbacks. When are we going to learn? Stop doing that shit, man. I mean, yeah, he played bad. You think the damn kid don't feel bad enough that the fans are booing him? I mean, damn. Uh, it's a game. And yes, we are fans, short for fanatics, but also too and everything. I can't say I can't say that and everything because that's I'll put that song on and then y'all can see what a fan means. Sometimes, man, you just have to take it what it is that a guy's having a bad night, and then you put the next man in, which they did. We're gonna go with Michael Hawkins, and we're gonna keep it moving. But I don't like when they boo the kids. I'm 100% in on this team and staff. Like Coach Rick said earlier, growth from a failure happens faster than growth. Yes, if an old saying, which you guys know it, without any struggle, there is no success. You're gonna have to struggle. You're gonna have to struggle, and it's nothing bad. The team ain't really bad. It's just that your fourth game, you do not have an offensive line that you've had for 4 straight games. Every game is a different lineup. You're not gonna have no cohesiveness. Not gonna gel. You can't gel with plugging a guy in here, plugging a guy in there, plugging a guy in here, plugging a guy in there, and next game, plug a different guy here. You can't do that. Injuries is gonna always be a part of the game. But at the same point in time and everything, man, we need to learn and everything, man, that a lot of this shit and everything, man, is self-inflicted. Don't give into the rap part. No, no. I think I think this is what OU needed. It sucks. Sometimes you need to lose, man, in order for you to when y'all remember when OU always used to lose to a team that they had no damn business losing to, and then they go on to win like 6 damn games straight. It's gonna be a little bit tougher this year, man. But I'm telling you, man, this defense is gonna keep us in the game. A lot of these games. Seth will be fine. Mars says Seth will be fine. He just needed his type of QB. He has one coming into the Jaden O'Neal, but see, Jaden O'Neal is just like Michael Hawkins. Jaden O'Neal is good, but Michael Hawkins, man, played his ass off tonight, man. Played his ass off tonight. Nick stayed hurt. Taylor went out too. Man, look, this was a physical game. Both of these teams were hitting. I'm telling you the truth. I had some buddies that they were at the game. They would text me, man, these they hitting, and that's what you want. But Oklahoma's gonna be fine. When was the last time Oklahoma played defense like this against a damn good top 5, top 16? When was the last time? These guys are hitting and playing their ass off. Love OU. Y'all did well. The SEC is a different beast. Good luck in the future. Maybe in the transfer portal you can get. No, we got a quarterback. Michael Hawkins showed he didn't play with the ones. He's going this next week, the week off. He's gonna be playing with the ones. Mars, I understand that. I understand that 5 star, but Sometimes, man, stars don't mean shit. I know guys that play good in practice. I know guys that play good in ball games. I know guys that suck in practice and then suck in ball games. But they do the opposite. They're good in practice but bad in ball games, or bad in practice and good in ball games. So it just depends on how you look at it. We got a good team still here. We just got to get healthy. We all got to get on the same damn page, and we'll be all right. I'm not going to be the kind of person, man. I look at footage and film different than most people. Kimberly K said, "You never boo your own. It's ignorant. That's the job of the opponent." Yeah, man. Like I said, I don't like that, man. It's because we're gonna need Jackson Arnold. We're gonna need him, man, in some games, and we might even need Thompson and everything, man, because you don't want to lose your quarterback and then say, "Oh well, we're just gonna," like Brendan Venable said, he didn't protect the ball, so he had to go to the next quarterback. That's what you're supposed to do. Not the first turnover, not the second one, but the third one. You got to pull him. I am in Tennessee fan till I die, but now I also an OU fan. What a defense, man! Look, Lincoln. I have a buddy of mine, man. He's a real big Ole Miss fan, real big Ole Miss fan. He called me and told me, man, that almost everybody in the stands that had a monitor watching the ball game between OU and Tennessee at the Ole Miss game. They had a screen for Tennessee and Oklahoma. I live in Charlotte. I was walking my dog tonight, and not about 4 or 5 of my neighbors had their garage door open with their big screen TVs in the garage, watching the ball game. This was a real big ball game. So I'm not sad, man. I'm not upset. I'm kind of like on the edge of, we got to see how good we are against a high powered offense that was what, number one in the nation. I ignore the ignorance all. Mars says I ignore the ignorance all the time from the crowd, but my brother told me the student section did the same shit again. Well, man, like I said, young adults, man, are going to really, really do things, man, when you get alcohol and things around them to where they act crazy. Um, yeah, man, Lincoln, man, everybody. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, everyone here knows OU has a defense now. That has always been the one thing that OU's had. OU's either had a damn good offense and a terrible defense, or a damn good defense and a terrible offense. Well, now, OU fans are not used to not having an offense. We've had an offense since 2000, so we were never ever having a bad offense. Sooner in Texas said, "Now, no, I am not looking at the next QB. Fix the current QB. The next QB is losing the game. Is a losing game." Oh, no, looking at the next quarterback. Fix the current quarterback. Well, when you saw how he played Sooner in Texas, man, when you saw how Michael Harkin went out there and played, and how everything opened up for him, and it took him a few series to learn that the game can slow down for you. But when you're giving up your body as well, man, to try to score a touchdown, you can't. When you're gonna watch footage with your teammates, they're gonna see that shit, and that can't go on. They can't go unnoticed. They're gonna see that. They're gonna see that and say, okay, that's our quarterback. Ain't no fixing your quarterback. Your quarterback is pure. Well, he ain't pure garbage. I mean, he just sometimes, like I said, sometimes the OC got to put your quarterback in a great position. You knew this game was coming. I always tell my quarterback, the best way to stop a blitz is throw the ball where the blitz just came from. But you have to know when the blitz is coming. And I tell my guys, whenever you're watching down the line and look at the football, and you take off and you see the guy blitzing, you cut off your route and go right to where he just left, because you're going to help your quarterback out, because your quarterback is backpedaling, so he can't throw deep. So you just want him to throw 5 or 6 yards, and that's it. Mars said, "I'm just saying, be patient with Seth." Seth was fine, man. Like I said, Seth called a good game to a point, but you can't just keep giving the damn ball back to the damn, teammate, the other team. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe me and Jason gonna jump on tomorrow. I'm gonna analyze the game again tonight or tomorrow morning. That's all I'm saying. So then, yeah, yeah. Your quarterback is a third string SEC quarterback. Mm, who, Lincoln? Ours or somebody else's? Because our quarterback, Michael Hawkins, is a second string. He was a second string quarterback. So I don't know what you're talking about. You know, change that up for me so I can read it right. Lincoln, Oklahoma is quarterback you. They know what is and isn't a good quarterback. Don't go there. Well, maybe Seth's going to have to start letting Joe John Philly help him call a few of those plays too, because that's one thing that Joe John was around Lincoln a lot to where he knows the plays to call. But you just gotta. My thing is, you got a damn good defense now, and now the offense is struggling and everything. You would like to have at least a damn good defense and an okay offense, at least a basic offense. Uh, Homegrown Cowboy said Lincoln. I disagree. I'm a Longhorn fan, and I think Jackson Arnold is just going through growing pains. He has talent. The problem, in my opinion, is too. Now that Homegrown, I'm gonna sit here and tell you, I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna give you a star on that one, dog. I'm gonna give you a star on that one because I was sitting here calling the plays while they were running them. And my wife was like, "How can you tell that?" Because I can look at the personnel and I can look at how receivers going to get off the line. When you have a receiver that runs out to his position and get on the line real fast, chance the ball coming to him. But then the next play, he jogs out. If I'm a defense, I know this shit like that. When you lollygag out there, I know that it's not coming to you. So I cheat off you. And that's just being straight. I'm not gonna say trying to lie to nobody. Oh, you will benefit from the transfer portal by being in SEC. I expect. Oh yeah, I said that before the season. Lincoln Park. I said that before the season that by OU going to the SEC, those players that used to go to LSU and Alabama and Georgia and Ole Miss and Missouri and Texas, they're gonna go to Oklahoma because after tonight, everybody saw how that defense played tonight. So if you're a defensive kid and you come to OU, you saw firsthand, dude, they held Tennessee to 6 fucking points. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. They held Tennessee to 6 freaking points in the second half. 6 points, 2 field goals. The high-powered team that was scoring, that was averaging 700 to 800 yards a damn game, that was averaging 63 points a game, held them to 25 damn points, and 12 of them were given to them. So they averaged 30. So, I ain't worried about it. It is what it is. Oh yeah, Lincoln Park. I remember your name, man. Like I said, man, subscribe, man. Hey, I appreciate you all you guys coming in, man. I really do, man, because I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat shit. When we play trouble, I'm gonna tell you we play trouble, but I'm gonna tell you why we play trouble, and I can point it out. I'm not a great coach. I'm just a decent coach, a good coach that won a few games, that know how to read a defense and that know how to read players. And right now, I think the next game we play is going to be a more physical, disciplined game. This was our first SEC game. We didn't know what to expect. We did not know what to expect. We thought we were going to expect another game like a hard fought Big 12 game. Exactly, Lincoln Park. Big 12 is not the SEC. You just found that out. Yes, we found out. But what we did find out is that we can hang with these MFs. We can hang with them. Because if this is the best offense in the SEC and they only scored 25 points on us or 13 and we gave them 12, I feel confident. Oh, he's saying Jackson Arnold is third. Well, I'll tell you right now, if Hawkins start, Jackson's going to be the backup. They're going to keep Thompson, at 3. I guarantee you. I don't know, but I'm just saying they're going to keep him at 3 probably. I just can't see Jackson going to 3. I can see Hawkins starting and getting the calls with the ones and forming a game plan to play Texas. I think Texas gonna have a handful now because it might be another Dylan Gabriel game to where if they blitz him, he's just gonna run around. But that game is so personal. And we're not going to do that. Well, you play Tennessee like this, so you're going to play Texas like that. No, you can't do that. When it comes to Texas and Oklahoma, throw that damn ruling that thing out the window because it gets ugly and they hate each other. We hate each other. I hear you, Mars. What's up? What we got here? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I told Jason we were talking about 2026. Actually, 2025 is the year that I had OU really being good. It's 2025. 2025, I have them being real good. I feel it. Uh, yep. Thinking Parks. Oh, okay, guys. Let's not get kind of carried away. I know it's an emotional game, but what I try to do in here, man, is let's at least be respectful to each other, man. 'Cause like I said, it's a long night, and we're all trying to, get through this game. and I mean, I don't want nobody and everything, man, to be, let's just keep it clean, keep it clean. Um, 'Cause I don't ban nobody, I don't block nobody, and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to do that kind of stuff and everything. Um, Let me see. Yeah, I want to make sure that we keep it clean in here, man, because last thing I need and everything, man, is people going crazy and talking crazy in my chat and everything, man. I love the game tonight, man. I love how we played and how we fought. But I just think, man, that we just ran into a buzzsaw right now that was gelling. We made too many mistakes, and it came back to bite us in the ass. That's all it was. I don't think that this game was too big for us. I just think that the defense did its job, but the offense didn't hold up their end of the bargain. Uh, why Lincoln Park isn't being not being disrespectful, man. I'm reading that. Hold on, let me see something right quick. Hold on. I like Sooners' future. I see them with a few good things from the transfer portal and becoming an owner in 2010. I got him 25 Lincoln. Uh, but I think right now, man, a lot of the OU fans, man, are kind of just upset and hurt because this was a winnable game. This was a very winnable game. I've now by the sign of someone. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's see if you guys are paying attention. Let me do something right quick. Let's just say in the comments, just give me this. If y'all think whoever's in here, if y'all think OU has a top 5 defense right now, put a 1 in the comment. If you think OU has a top 20 defense, put 2. All right. I'm gonna just see how many we get. All right, Lincoln Park, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yep. March, then we got a top 20. Okay. So Mars, you the only one thing we got a top 20 defense. Okay. Hey, I respect your gangster, man. I respect your gangster. I just think that we let everybody know tonight is that whenever we do get our offense going, it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell. And I'm praying and hoping that we get it going before Texas because I still think that we can go on a run and turn this season around. I really do believe that. I mean, and like I said, I know that we think the sky's falling right now, man, but I really, honest to God, think that we can turn this around because we got a damn good coach. The one thing that Brent Venables said when he got back here, he was going to bring us a tough, physical, nasty defense. All right, Jason, I'll send you one, but let me send Jason invite right quick to get him in here so he can jump with us and jump on with us and everything, man. Because I know he was at the ball game and I want to just send him a invite so he can jump on here for a few minutes. All right, send that. But no, guys, when we talk about a top 5 defense, this defense is a top 5 defense. It is. It's a top 5 defense. That's going to be the best offense they face all season. I think Tennessee offense is better than Ole Miss. That's just my opinion. That's going to that's going to be the best offense they face. Texas is not top 5 offense. They're not a top 5 offense. Your season is not done from losing to it. No. Hey, I'd rather lose to number 16 and gave them some of their points than lose to a team like, I ain't gonna say that because I want Coach mad at me. Losing to a team like today, North Carolina lost 70-50 to damn James Madison. So stuff like that is what I'm saying. Is that OU defense is fine. We're where we need to be. Rick's the OC coach is not good enough to be an OU. Well, I don't know, T Boomer. I don't know. What's going on, Jason?
Hey, what's up, man? I had to get out of that damn hotel, man. It was a little sketch. So I went in and I walked right the hell back out. So we're gonna do this in the car.
Man, you crazy, man. So we're talking about I put it on here, man. I gave him a little test and everything, man, and see, poll to see if Oklahoma was a top 5 defense, put 1. And if the top 20, put 2. Almost everybody put top 5. I mean, regardless of how bad the game was.
It's an elite defense. I know that Coach I thinks otherwise, but they gave up 2.9 yards a carry tonight.
Dude, how many?
The number 1 rushing team in the country that put up 500 yards their last outing, although it was against Mary Sisters of the Poor. But you can't, if we're going to sit here and do these metrics this early in the year, which is what everybody seems to want to do. And if I just going by the numbers. Okay, well, if you're going to go by the numbers, then they just shut down an explosive offense to 25 and the 20. And look, had that offense had any pulse whatsoever with J.A. at the helm, they don't get to 25 tonight because they had those 2 turnovers. Both of those turnovers, they turned it right back over immediately.
Hey, Jason.
I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, we're talking about a situation where you had almost 10 minutes of difference in time of possession in the first half with Oklahoma's defense shutting them down on the run and Nico not really being able to complete a whole lot. Now, Billy got burned on that one long touchdown towards the end. And if you've been on the field for that much, that many times, sooner or later, when you've got an offense like this, the dam is going to break.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
Dude, they were out there way too long. We get a turnover, and the next down play, we give it right back to them.
Twice.
Twice.
If it'd be one thing, if it was just once, you know what I mean? But like you did that twice. And I mean, first off, they've got a nice little trio of running backs, I think. I like their running backs. But they had no room to run. And the physicality is what's absolutely elite about this defense too.
Oh yeah.
They were popping pads. Danny's all over the place. You got the D linemen. They couldn't all that jabber that we were getting out of all these Tennessee guys. And look, y'all could come in and try to talk all the shit y'all want to me, but here's the deal. y'all were talking about coming in and blowing them out by 30 or 50-10 and stuff like that. And that's not what we got. And that was with Oklahoma playing as bad an offense as I've seen since when Bob Stoops took over.
I know.
Before that.
I know. Yeah. No, man.
So
we were saying that before you came in here.
You know damn good and well you don't want to play as if this offense found an identity tonight with Michael Hawkins. You wouldn't want to start it over again.
Like I told him before you came in, there is no quarterback controversy.
Oh no, J.A.'s cooked. So
Michael, when Michael gave up his body to try to dive in the end zone, that let me know right there. There is no there. But it opens up the playbook for self. But the one thing, I'm gonna see if you saw
it also
this.
masked some deficiencies on that offensive line. The offensive line's got to get better for them to really be very good. We know that. Yeah. I know that this was really their first night that they've had some starters back in, like Jake Taylor and Christian, or Hickman or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But the truth is, they got to get better, and I mean that should improve with time. Hell, it might improve with Auburn. You know what I mean? It might just improve with Auburn. But the point is, you got to figure something out there. And if you're going and I'll tell you another person that was impressive.
Who was that?
You still there?
Yeah, you're back now. Who was that?
It was. No, I was saying Petaway.
Oh yeah.
Petaway. You know, that's true speed that he's got, and he's toughness and grit. And look, that's the one thing that's the one thing that comes out of adversity, and you know this as a coach is that you find out who the tough guys are.
Yep. You found, man, look. One thing I've learned tonight, and this I was saying this before you got in here. I learned that this damn defense, if you give them the time, because Tennessee only had 6 points the whole second half, 2 field goals. That's all they had. But we can't go 6 series without even gaining the first down,
bro.
Man, you
all these 3 and outs and literally, man, you cannot turn the football over. Now, I'll say another thing, though. I'm not overly excited with Seth Luttrell's calling either.
No, I was telling the guys in the podcast right now, my wife was like, how can you call those plays before they happen? I can see things a little bit different, to where if you watch the game so long and you watch so much footage, you can tell by certain things that people do, how they run out to their position. How they do this, how they run up to the line.
Why are you trying to go sideline to sideline so much?
Thank you. When you have a mobile quarterback and your quarterback is rolling, your receivers have to sit.
Yeah.
Do not roll out with him because the defenders move. If you stop and sit, they have to either stay with you or go to the quarterback. You can't do both. And I'm sitting here screaming at TV like,
that's right.
Just stop.
Sit down and where you
are.
That's
in a
exactly
spot.
Right. Every receiver ever has learned that. Every one of them.
Yeah. So I'm going to say this, man.
On the scramble drill, you move opposite of where you're going, or you sit down. You know what I mean? Like you find a soft spot on the scramble. That's just how it is. I mean, that's that. But look, I'm just saying, I feel like there's a lot of things that are coming together to play this. I'm not just going to sit here and blame it on J.A. I think that J.A. lost the job. I'm not saying that he deserved to lose the job. I'm telling you that if the circumstances weren't what they were, I think he probably goes on to Georgia now and does fine. Right? It's just because I don't know what they are on offense right now. I don't think they're that great on offense. I think that was pretty clear against Kentucky. Right?
Yeah.
It took them a long time to to get going, and Clemson had to make a bunch of mistakes before they took over that game. So, yeah. I mean, Georgia, but I think what they do with Mike Bobo and stuff may fit what he does. Maybe it does, and maybe he goes to Jeff Lebby too. I don't know. He loves Jeff Lebby, and maybe he thinks that that's what he needs to do. But I think that Seth Littrell is not helping the problem either.
I was saying the same thing, is that when you have Michael Hawkins come in the ball game, and you know this, Jason, I was telling my guys, I got 3 quarterbacks, and when one goes out, that playbook goes with him. And then when my other quarterback comes in, that playbook come in with him.
The game plan changes.
He was trying to run Jackson Arnold playbook with Michael Hawkins, and you can't do that. So it sucked, man, that you went 6. Just think about it. 6 series, even if you get kicked 3 field goals, that's 9 points. It's 9 points.
No doubt.
You pretty much win this ball game, because then you don't have the fuck ups. Like I was telling the guys and everything, when you're on the 5-yard, your own 5-yard line, you don't do anything but go on a damn freaking silent count. You don't try to do anything else.
Yeah. Well, and the one he had 2 fumbles. You know, basically the second one was skipped off the ground, and they called it a fumble. And I don't know. I couldn't tell from the angle in the stadium if it was a backwards pass or not. They called it once, so it was.
No, it really shows that it was forward, but it really couldn't tell by the angle, so they couldn't overturn it.
I don't understand that, though. How do you not have an angle right down the damn line of scrimmage?
I know.
And here's another thing: why didn't that first touchdown pass that he threw on the damn encroachment? That's a free play anywhere else. Yeah. You know, that could have changed the game. I'm not making excuses here. I'm telling you that but in the end, Oklahoma didn't do enough to win. And look, I bet you anything, as much as they may talk about it, Tennessee fans don't want to play this game tomorrow with a different quarterback plan. I know they don't, and we know they don't.
My 3 neighbors down, Tennessee fan, and before this game, I was walking my dog out, give me this nightly poop. He came over and told me. He said, "Man, we didn't think y'all defense was that good."
Shit.
He said, "I'm gonna say him." He said,
legit, "Bro, it's legit."
No, he said, "Will."
Even after
Will,
y'all went down.
Yeah, that hurt me, man, because that's a broke leg.
Yeah, I know.
I already saw that. I had too many of those men in college and high school to know exactly what that was.
Yeah, well, you can tell the way Billy ran over there screaming at Venables, and they ran right out. Like, it was like they had him covered up where we couldn't see anything from the stands, and I was sitting pretty close.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could see Billy. The look on Billy's face was, that's a bad break, or like out of the skin break kind of deal, something. And they immediately put that air cast on it.
Yeah. T-Boomer.
They had to immobilize it for sure.
T-Boomer wants to know, question, do we have a quarterbacks coach? I don't think we do.
It's Seth Littrell.
We need
It was supposed to be. I thought it was supposed to be that guy that was with him at Indiana or wherever the hell it was that he was at. But I don't know if he didn't show up or he was just supposed to be like a consultant type of deal or whatever kind of coach that is. But that rule's no longer where you can't coach. So we know that guy can coach quarterbacks. Let him do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know, but I don't even know that that's the problem. I don't really. No. I don't. Look, I think that they tried to marry whatever the difference in Jeff Lebby's offense and his offense are for the sake of JA, and they don't have to do that anymore. I hope that's all the problem was.
I know I know that's what it was. I know that's what it was.
You think so? I was going to ask you because I think so.
Jason, when I sit here and tell you and everything, and not to say anything bad, that's one thing, man. That's one thing. That is one thing that I do more than podcasting than anything else and everything is me and the other coaches. We break down footage almost every single day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you do that, man, you honestly open up your horizon, man, of what you see things, how you see things, and you get a better
But you
feel.
got to
I
either
was
be willing
never
to do all of it or none of it, right?
exactly. You don't hold your quarterback hostage by thinking he can't do something. If that's the case, don't put his
Yeah,
ass in.
either say, you
Go
know what,
back
I
to
don't
Jackson
like
Arnold.
this damn system at all. I don't like this system, Jackson. I don't want to run it. I think that it may have worked fine for Dylan, but here's what I want to do with you. Do that or be
Yeah.
like, you know what? I've come to love Jeff's system. We're gonna run it.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Man, look, Michael Hawkins is going to give teams fits now.
Yeah, because like you said, what did you just say? You got a different game plan for Michael Hawkins.
You saw how when he first came in, they still try to run Jackson Arnold's plays. I don't want to say that plays. They were too conservative trying to run.
I think he got flushed out of the pocket and tried to run, but then he smartly steps out of bounds.
Yes. Yeah.
Threw another one out of bounds. I was okay with them not. I was like, hey, get to the half. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Let's get to the half.
It just hurt, man. It just hurt the stupid penalties and the stupid play calling in the red zone.
Yeah. But in the penalty, and I mean not the penalty, the turnovers, because honestly, the penalties were mostly going against Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, what I mean by penalties is when you
they were bad.
the 2-point conversion, when you rip the guy's head off, helmet off.
Yep.
That 2 points can make you bite you in the ass.
Of course.
It forced you to do the onside kick.
Yep.
Because if you got the 2 points, it'd have been 17. So now you ain't got to do the onside kick. You can just kick the ball deep. You got 3-4 timeouts with what, 148 left.
How many 3-and-outs? How many 3-and-outs did Tennessee have tonight?
Let me see. It
was a lot.
3-and-outs. They were.
I mean, again, this is an elite defense. You just need a serviceable offense, and they win tonight.
They were 6 of 18
on
third downs.
On third down, no, yeah, okay, yeah, and most of those. Okay, so that means that they're 12. They didn't get on third down. Yep. That doesn't necessarily mean 3-and-out though. I want to say it was at least 6 or 7, 8 that were 3-and-out though.
I got a different stat thing here that can.
Well, you can just look at we can look at the play-by-play. I'd do it, but I'm driving. But
yeah,
just it's be on that play-by-play. But I don't know how many times it was 3-and-out. I'm just saying it seems like it was a bunch, and so there was opportunity. I mean, even look, man, when I got out of there and it was right when they had scored, but my phone was dead, and when they didn't go for it there on that 4th down and punted after running on 3rd down, I didn't understand that either. And so that I would tell you is not a Latrell problem. That's a Brent Venables problem right there.
Yep. You
got to have the balls to do it. If you're running on 3rd and 7 to get to 4th and 4, then that means you're at midfield, you need to go for it. Particularly in that game. Early in the second half, you need a momentum shift, something fierce.
Yeah.
All
right, Jason, here it is right here. Do you want total for the whole game or just the second half?
Yeah, just how many 3-and-outs? I was just curious.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For the whole game, 9.
Okay. See, I thought 6, 7, or 8, somewhere in there. 9 of them. See,
they had 9.
That's crazy.
Well, Jason, this is what I'm saying, man. And you see the same thing that I see.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard it. A buddy of mine said that they were at the Ole Miss game and they had the Tennessee Oklahoma game on one of the on one of the damn
The monitors. Yeah.
jumbotron at the
Yeah.
game, at the Ole Miss game.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, man, he was like, y'all defense is really fucking good.
Bro, that little play that they've been running, and that everybody, all those Tennessee fans are jumping in my mentions and comments about, you ain't gonna be able to handle our speed on the outside, running even on just on our short passes. That's gonna hurt you from side to side. And I was like, no, it ain't, and it didn't. They couldn't. That little play never hardly. It worked once, and they kind of ran a nice little pick play on that one time that I saw, and it pick plays have to be perfectly timed or else it gets called. But I'm not saying anything bad about it. That was the one time it worked. Other than that, they blew that up. And then the other way, I mean, you had the long touchdown that Billy just blew the coverage in the back end. He had his nose, got caught with his
he came
hand.
down. He came down, and it came right behind him.
One footstep too far in, and they. I mean, dude, those receivers are very good.
Dude, Jason, this is a very and this is why I try to tell these damn Tennessee fans that one of them came in my damn DM and was like, Coach Ricks, now what's your excuse? I've never had an excuse.
Well, nobody's talking excuses. Hey, man, you can say what you want tonight, guys. You won the game. Good for you. Don't pound your chest for too long.
You
play like that. You play like that against that. You play like that against Georgia. You play like that against Alabama. Let's see if you get away with this shit. You play like that against Oklahoma again. Let's see if you get away with it. Because you ain't. And bottom line is you didn't blow anybody out. And that's what y'all were saying you were going to do. Nobody said that we didn't think you were good.
I never said that. I just felt like OU was going to win the game. And
I
think everybody, even on my podcast and yours, said it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. But you can't give a good team. You can't give any team, let alone a good team.
It was disrespectful. If it was disrespectful of anybody, it was disrespectful of Tennessee fans to act like they were going to come over here and push us around in our own house. And they're still doing it on Twitter and everywhere else right now. They escaped. Good for them. They played well. I'm not saying they weren't good or they didn't deserve it. I'm telling you, they won the game. But don't act like you just dominated, because you didn't. You didn't. You won. That's not dominating. You won.
Yeah. Well, I told him. I said, you guys played well, but you guys were given 12 points.
They didn't play very good on offense, though. Their offense was not that good today. They had a couple of plays. Oklahoma didn't make the plays when they needed to. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I can say that. Look, man. What did I tell you that was going to happen? They were going to put Nico in the blender. What did they do? They put Nico in the blender, and they stopped the run. 2.9 yards a carry. Eventually, when you get enough shots, you had 9 3-and-outs and still had almost 200 rushing yards. But that's a lot of possessions.
They rushed. They ran the ball 52 times.
2.9 yards a carry, Coach.
52 times for 151 yards.
Oh, 151. Okay. Yeah. They've been averaging, their average was double that, and they had 500 against Kent State.
They had, dude, and this is what I want to tell you while you're on here too. Remember when we were talking about Kent State?
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about Kent State before? Oh man, no. Dude, Kent State got mollywopped today by Penn State.
Okay, yeah, they should.
Got mollywopped. And
they got mollywopped by Tennessee too. You did what you're supposed to do. Yes. I'm not even like hating on them for that. I'm just saying, if we're gonna use these stats in week 4, like they mean a whole hell of a lot, then use them whenever they ain't good too.
Stephen G says, Coach Ricks, I don't know what position you coach, but where would you go with the quarterback situation if you was a coach? Michael Hawkins?
It's over with. It's already over with.
I mean, and the
His
reason why,
audience
Stephen G, is this. Just the reason why is this. Remember when 2 years ago when we had the Spencer Rattler, Spencer and Caleb, and Spencer had the BF game against Texas, and then Caleb came in and brought us back to win that game. Everybody already knew who the quarterback was going forward.
Oh yeah.
Lincoln just didn't want to say it.
No, because he was trying to save him.
Yes, that's all it was. So
He didn't
if
want to
I'm the
win games,
coach,
and he knew he was going to win too many damn games to get his job.
if I'm the coach, I'm going with Michael Hawkins. And
It
then
had, it's, look, you can't go back to JA now.
no, and like we were saying, JA will be backup. He won't move all the way down to third.
I don't know.
He'll
I think Casey's probably the backup. I don't think that you trust JA to get in the game again. That's just
Yeah.
me, man. Maybe you would put him in over Casey. Because at least Casey's got freaking experience.
He got experience, but then
It ain't great experience. I'll give you that.
yeah, you're putting somebody in, and then because I'm not gonna say here and lie. Hold on.
Casey could throw it though, but somebody at the game said tonight, he's like, man, he played at Texas. You can't trust that guy. And I was like, well, his dad's a legacy. His dad played here too. So, I mean, but I understood what he was saying.
Kimberly K says, I'm an eternal optimist. We ended the streak and Oklahoma scored touchdowns on, well.
And you know what? Kimberly K is right. I'll say this. I just talked to Bishop Frank for a minute while I was running out of that damn hotel room. And hey, I want to tell you, they lost, and it ain't the end of the world. They're not out of this thing yet. If they can find their identity on offense, if it's run the ball more because of Mike, and Michael can throw it too. He gives you the ability that you don't have to be perfect on the offensive line. Kind of similar to the difference between Baker and Kyler. Kyler was just so fast that it was just different. I mean, Baker was a good scrambler. He was a scrambler to throw a little more. Maybe he gets a first down, but he ain't running off 70 yards, you know?
Yeah.
Kyler can get a step and break everybody in the secondary down, run away from them all. That's not the same thing. And now this is what Michael Hawkins can do. And he works with Kyler's dad. This is who he is. And look, if you don't have the great offensive line that you had, because Kyler really didn't, that a lot of that O-line that Baker had left when Baker left.
Yeah. Well, hey, Stephen G. Stephen G says, but what if Hawkins looks just as bad now that there is film on him? I'm gonna answer that for you real quick.
Well, he doesn't because he doesn't get hit, and he didn't get rattled.
When you have a quarterback like Michael Hawkins, and like
it's dynamic in a different way, man.
You have to pick a poison. You cannot blitz a quarterback like that, and the reason being is because when you blitz him, now it opens up different windows and different areas and everything for your offense to go, and also who you're going to blitz him with. It can't be no linebacker. It can't be no defensive end.
No.
So now you're going to have to bring one of your safeties down, which is going to take away.
Really well. Right. You got to
now
set the edges really well, right?
Exactly. So if you bring that safety down, now you're putting your defensive end and your linebackers on speed guys and a big tight end. You can't do that. So it opens up a lot more for Michael Hawkins, to be honest. It opens up more because now teams are not going to blitz him.
The expectation also has to be that you get better every week. You learn from your mistakes every week. If you're letting it get in your head, which I don't know that this, look, man, I'm not sure that we don't have all the answers for what's going on in those practices because they don't tell us everything. We don't know. But I have some ideas of what might be going on that might be, I think the balance could be a little bit off, but I would just tell you, like I said a minute ago, Coach Ricks, I think that when it comes to that, that you're running on third and long or third and medium to get to fourth and shorter, and you're not going for it, that's a
Yeah.
lack of trust in
Confidence.
your decision making, and it's a lack of trust in that offense, and that's a problem. If look, you didn't see Michael flinch though. Just like you
Yeah.
didn't see Caleb flinch when he came in.
Yep.
It doesn't mean he's going to play perfect every week. We got to stop expecting that. You hope that he gets better and better and better, and he doesn't flinch. He's going to make mistakes, but he doesn't make them over and over again. That's the job of a coach, is to get them to be better. And if he knows that that's the case on the defensive side, then you got to know the same on the other side too.
Oh no, Benji, he does have an arm. He can throw, so it ain't
He's
just because he uses legs. He can throw. Bro. He can definitely throw. So
you got to go watch some of his film, bro. You got to go watch some of his film, Stephen G.
Very bad. Yeah, it's a broken leg, guys. Like
he took a 4-year-old football team in 5A in Texas and went to the semifinals pretty much by himself. The dude is that guy. Very underrated, guys. Very underrated. Think about what Gabe said about him. He thinks that he's better at this time than Caleb was.
Yeah.
That came from Gabe.
Yeah. Dude, we saw tonight what he could do.
Yeah.
I mean, just tonight. And not working with the ones.
Listen, I don't know. I think that they punted on the game a little bit,
Yeah.
When they didn't go for it there that early in that third quarter, the second possession?
Second series, yeah.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. Because I'm like, wait a minute. Why did you run then on third down? You got it from third and 7 to fourth and 4? And you don't go for it there? I didn't get that.
Yeah. Well, your defense has been lights out all night. I mean, but at some point in time, man, you're going to have to push the envelope.
Well, if nothing else, you give them a little more rest, Go for it again.
You're going to have to push the envelope a little bit to help your D out. But I just got a text, man, from a buddy of mine. He said, hey, man, watch the game. Tough break for you guys. But I can say that damn defense is fucking ridiculous. He said that defense is effing ridiculous.
Yeah.
He said everybody thought Tennessee was going to come in here.
Don't tell Coach I that. Don't tell Coach I that. God damn.
What?
They're not elite. He's screaming and yelling at me. Shut up, man. Yes, they are.
Man, look.
Look, that's an opinion, first of all. But let's just be real here. If we're going to talk about if we want to go squashing numbers between number 40 and number 5, I bet you they ain't much. In 4 games, 3 games.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Literally, Oklahoma was giving up 2.2. Their average went up tonight, and they played lights out. They were giving up 2.2 yards per carry.
Wasn't Tennessee the number 1 offense in the nation?
Yes, it is. Not today. So it wasn't.
I'm saying it to say this: what offense going forward is going to do what they did? Only 2 I see.
Alabama,
and Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Because Texas is not top 5 offense.
I don't know. I think Texas. I don't know what they are. We haven't seen them up against the real.
Jason, no, hold on. But when it comes to OU and Texas, you throw that damn rule book out the window.
No, but I'm saying, look, I'm just saying I think Texas's offense is not the problem. They're good on offense. I don't think their defense is as good as everybody thinks it is.
Oh,
that's just that's just me. I don't think the offense is. Look, I think they're good either way. I think their offense is good. Isaiah Bond has been better this year than he was. I'll be the first to tell you, I didn't think he was going to have this kind of impact this early. Now, again, they haven't played anybody worth a shit. Although Lincoln Riley doing his best to prove me wrong about Michigan, which I.
Dude, how can you let a guy run up the middle of the damn defense and break 3 or 4 tackles and run for 50 yards? It just. But see, I told Mike, who's a USC fan, and I told him, I said, man, look, it's the training wheels is gonna come off. So I'm just telling you.
We know this. We've seen
Riley,
this before. They're gonna lose games. They're gonna lose games they're not supposed to lose. They're not winning a damn thing.
Yeah.
Let's not get it twisted. They're not beating Ohio State. They're probably not beating Penn State either. And those are they don't have to play Ohio State, but I don't know that they beat Nebraska necessarily. And I'm surprised that Nebraska lost to Illinois last night. But
that was a phone. Man, the quarterback overthrew a wide open receiver, man, in the end zone. And
I mean, he's a freshman. He's going to make mistakes too, but he's been really good, Yeah,
he just rushed it. Sooner Legend says if Danny Stutzman is an All-American, I'm going postal.
Oh yeah, but Sooner Legend says that it's not an elite defense. He agreed with Coach High.
Hey man, I'm just keeping it real as a person that loves defense, man, and that studies it to try to get an edge.
That's
what I saw tonight, man, as an OU fan. That stigma is gone now. That stigma of OU can't play defense.
Tell me how you can. The number one offense in the country put 25 up because they had too many possessions, and you got that defense worn out at some point.
That
9 3 and outs, 2.9 yards a carry. That's elite. I guess everybody can have their opinions on what they think elite is. There's a lot of different metrics that you can judge these guys by. To me, that's an elite defense, period. I also think that Tennessee's got an elite defense. Although I'm not sure that Oklahoma going up against Oklahoma's offense at this point doesn't necessarily make you an elite defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For a team that was averaging 700-something yards a game?
Yeah. They got 350 for what, right?
345.
Okay.
345.
That's the most OU's given up, but that's the number one offense in the country coming in. Again, if we're going to use these metrics at 3 weeks and 4 weeks, then you got to push. You got to show the what makes you look bad too.
Yeah. So between 4 games, between 4 games, Oklahoma is giving up 14.75 points a game.
Yeah. Okay.
And the number one. Now, I don't want to hear who has OU played, because OU has played the number one offense team.
You're gonna have to get. He said 25 tonight. He said you're gonna have to score in the 30s to win it, or more than 25 points, or however he put it. But it was, I was more thinking he was saying. I know he said Oklahoma needed to score more than 25. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. I would agree with that. I think that even as well as you played on defense, yeah, you're gonna have to. That's clear. You've got your offense. Complementary football is real.
T Boomer, we're gonna find out next week. He said, I don't really think Bama is close to them, to OU's defense, but we're gonna find out here next week how good Alabama is.
I don't know that we are. I don't think the Georgia's offense is very good. At least it isn't right now.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now. Hold on. Sooner in Texas says, as long as we kick Mizzou's ass, I can deal with it. Man, look, that game's gonna get ugly.
Mizzou damn almost lost to Vandy today.
Vandy, and they got cheated. To be honest, they got cheated. Got cheated. You know,
Vanderbilt's won 2 games in 2 years. I told you that was a paper mache team.
Yeah, man, that's it's
Just
a
like
good
Texas is. We
defense,
don't know shit about Texas yet.
man.
I
It's
think their offense is good. I think their offense is good. Their defense has not been tested.
yeah. Did you
I'm
know
gonna
that
go and watch
Houston?
that game, or at least a part of that. I'll probably watch the highlights from the ULM game, but you don't need to see much of it. They suck.
Sooner Legend said, Jason called me out. I appreciate it. I think we're elite now. Oh, Benji, when we put the
Yeah,
brakes. Well, this is what it is, guys. Look, that's nipping in the bud to say this. If
I'm just messing
pa-
around. You know that, coach.
part of,
Shit.
oh yeah, we know part of the game is, well, like I told him, Jason, we have an acronym called CSC. You got to play sound, clean, smart football. If you do that, you'll win pretty much any game that you play.
Facts.
But you can't play a game. You can't play a good team and help them by giving them 6 straight drives and not even getting the first down and
Yeah.
putting and forcing your defense to go right back out there. That defense was on the damn field too long, man,
Yes, it
and
was.
it only gave up 25 points to the #1 offense in the nation. Now, people can say what they want to say about Josh. Josh was trying to run the score up.
Sure, it was.
He was trying to. No, for
He
real, he
got
was trying to.
he got mad when it looked like to me he was a little irritated when they all went out there to give love to Dolby when he broke his leg.
Yep. He wanted to speed up the game
And I'm
and
not hating
go.
on Josh. First off, I don't want to hate on Josh here. That's not what I'm saying. But it looked like it irritated him a little bit. And look, he's got his reasons for feeling the way he feels.
Okay, Benji, this is. Let me ask Jason this, but I'm gonna answer it for Jason after he answers it. Oh, I'm gonna let Jason answer it first. Benji says, Jason, you said that Tennessee is the best offense, but they didn't play anybody worth anything either. Now you are saying they are the best offense. What he means by that is,
What did I
Benji, is that
what did I
it
just say? I just said if you're gonna tell me that we're not an elite defense because they haven't played anybody, then don't tell me. It's got to be both ways, or it can't be anything.
yes,
If you're going to tell me Oklahoma's not an elite defense because they've given up X amount of yards in 3 games, and the numbers are negligible, but there may be a big number in the differences in the rankings. But if you're going to tell me that those 3 games matter, but the fourth one don't, I don't want to hear that shit. That's what I'm talking about. You can't have it both ways.
yeah.
You can't tell me that they're the best coming in, and then they're not the best going out because Oklahoma shut them down.
Yep.
The truth is, if it mattered that they ran up, and I'm not even saying that you're saying this, I'm telling you, we're hearing from Coach
All the media outlets.
and all the everybody in the media and everybody from freaking Tennessee that wants to sit there and tell you how great they are. And look, I'm not telling you they're not very, very good. They are very good. And I also think that their defense is ungodly good. Very good.
Yeah.
But it's no better than Oklahoma's. Their offense was better than Oklahoma's. And at some point, the dam's going to break. That doesn't mean their defense was worse. It means that their defense, that at some point you're going to get tired. We're talking, it was what, 1850 to 11 minutes in the first half.
Yeah.
Something like that.
No. But Benji, here's something else. Him and Mars are going at it. Here's the thing, man. And we can sit here and say about apples and oranges about all these teams because every team so far has struggled. We saw Georgia last week. All we're saying is Texas, yes, Texas beat Michigan, but do we really still know how good Michigan is?
No.
Do we really know how good any of these teams
No, we
are?
know that Sharon is smart enough to freaking
run the damn ball.
Yeah, he's smart enough to exploit the right things in Lincoln's offense. He ain't new. He ain't brand new to Lincoln.
Yeah.
He's an Oklahoma guy. He knows who Lincoln is.
That's right, T Boomer. We made them fumble the ball twice inside their 30-yard line and got no points.
Okay. Look, yeah, man. Look, here's all I'm saying. You can't say that they're the best offense coming in and then say that they're not because Oklahoma blew the game. And they did blow the game. There's no two ways around that. You can be mad about Oklahoma however if you want to be mad about it. I get that we all are. Nobody wants to watch them lose if you're a fan. I understand that. I'm going to tell you, I think we found out something about this football team today. And it's not all doom and gloom at the end. Michael Hawkins is the guy. I didn't want to say this. I've been the guy telling you that we don't need to do that.
Yep. And I'll give you credit for that because you did say that. You did say we do not need to see Michael Hawkins right now. We need just, but
look, what did I say to you at halftime? I said, yeah, it's got to happen.
You got to pull it. Yeah. Because I told you the same thing and you texted me back.
Let me give you the stat one more time. Let me give you that stat one more time. Here's the stat.
All right.
They, well, brutal. Where is it at? Dang it. Oh, it's I'll find it on this or not this one.
Benji, who is starting next week against Auburn? Hawkins.
Hey guys, JA is now cooked. I'm telling you, I wasn't right on that. And look, I was right at the time. I feel like you don't want it because here's the thing. You don't get to burn JA now and then put him back in because if he didn't already have a confidence problem, what do you think he's got now? Look, when they pulled him out, they had 76 total yards, 3 turnovers, and he had a 46% completion rate. And 3 points. And they turned it over twice right after they turned him over. I mean, immediately, both times. He had to go. It was time for him to sit his ass down. And I'm going to tell you this. They didn't want to do that. They did not want to do that because they know that it's now Hawkins and Casey. That's who you got.
Yep.
That's who you got now.
Sooner Legend wanted me to ask you a question. He said, Coach Ricks asked Jason what he said at the end of the season last year about JA and Hawkins.
What? What did I say? Remind me. That Hawkins was that dude? I mean, look, we've been saying that Hawkins is that guy. I haven't been. Look, I told you guys at the end of last season that if I had my preferences, and this is not shade on. First of all, this is not shade on Jackson Arnold. None of it is.
No.
He lost his job today. That's a fact. And it doesn't mean that you have to feel good about it. You probably shouldn't feel good about it. I can assure you that nobody on that football team feels good about it. They all love him.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you right now. It against Auburn. It needs. Remember when we had the same thing when Caleb came in and won against Texas, and then they played Iowa State the following week, and then we said who gonna start. Everybody knew who it was, but Lincoln didn't want to say it.
Answer me this question: is Stephen G wanting him to play JA again? Is that what you're saying, Stephen G?
He said I think JA is going to start against Auburn, and I hate to say it.
No, he's not. No, he's not. I'm gonna tell you this: if he starts against Auburn, then I'm worried about this football team and its leadership. I'm gonna tell you that.
The one thing I don't like.
I got to tell you, if they do that, I don't think they got a clue what they're doing offensively, and that concerns me with the head coach.
Yeah. Well, this is what I said before you came in: is that I didn't like the booing of JA when he came back in.
They didn't really boo JA a bunch. They were yelling a little bit of stuff here and there. Some people. Okay. It wasn't as bad as like Spencer Rattler.
Oh no, it wasn't that, but I just hated when they boo him, man, because I
He
was like,
played
damn.
like shit, man. He deserved what he got,
Oh no.
man.
Now he did play like shit. Don't get me wrong on that. Because I was telling you that at halftime. What the hell is going on? You know, he did play like shit.
I also would tell you that the play calling was shit too.
Don't get me on that, man. Me being, like I said, I got baptized by fire by being an OC for 3 years, and just as I got good at it, they want to take it from me, and then make me the freaking head coach. So now I'm pissed off because I can't call. Because I mean, when you watch games, man, you can pretty much call a great game, and
Sure.
especially when you up in the fucking booth, you see the whole
Yeah.
field.
Yeah.
You see the whole field. It's not
Well,
like you're down
that's
on
the
the
problem.
on the
Yeah, but
sideline,
Latrell's not seeing shit though. Latrell's not seeing anything. I
dude.
guess. What's going on? I think it's what we said earlier. When it comes to Latrell, I think the problem is that they have this idea that unless they tried to do the enough of what Coach Leb was doing, that they might lose JA. I don't think it was the right move. I don't know what the deal is. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know every reason why he is struggling the way he is. But I know that it's over. That ship has sailed now, guys. You don't unring bells or put toothpaste back in the tube. You don't do it.
Who's the quarterback we got coming in next year?
Kevin Sperry.
Yeah.
Kevin Sperry. He's looked really good. He's looked really good at Denton Guyer too.
Well, comment earlier said if Jackson jumps in the portal,
yep.
And I said he can't right now because you can't jump in the portal until after the season.
It'll be after the season, but he's gone. He's gone.
So if he does leave and then Hawkins starts, then when Sperry comes in, he can be the backup. And then you go to the portal and get you a backup quarterback. Because one thing is true, what somebody said go ahead.
No, I was just saying that this is why you need to get quarterbacks every year, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yep. I said the same thing too. You can never have enough quarterbacks. You can never have enough running backs.
Bill Walsh freaking drafted one every damn year.
Hey, what happened to the back brain fart? A running back. Oh gosh.
Taylor.
Yeah. Taylor.
I think he landed. It looked like he landed on the ball on the jumbotron. It looked like I've done that and the air gets knocked out of you, but maybe he broke a rib. I don't know.
Because he didn't come back in the ball game.
Maybe he bruised a rib or broke a rib or something. It hurt him. You could tell it hurt him when he did it, but he landed on the football is what he did. And it looked like, I mean, they were doing a little extracurriculars when they got them to the ground, twisting their legs up or like driving them into the turf. Like they did that to JA a couple of times, then they got away with it a lot.
I think in the offseason,
I'm not going to go so far as to call it completely dirty, but it wasn't clean.
Yeah. I think in the offseason,
football, it is what it is.
They're going to go get an offensive coordinator or bring in whoever's supposed to be here. I mean, bring in a quarterback coach, because a quarterback coach,
they should hire Matt Wells, man. I thought they should hire Matt Wells
Well, Matt Wells was an offensive coordinator, wasn't he, at Texas Tech?
No, he was the head coach at Texas Tech.
But wasn't he also calling plays too?
Yeah, they were fine. That wasn't the problem. He had a winning record when they fired him. He's one of the few Tech coaches that's had one. He won 8 games the year that they fired his ass.
Well,
Matt Wells is he's a good look at what K-State's offense is doing in comparison to Texas A&M's with Colin Klein.
Well, K-State, they getting butt rubbed right now, boy, by BYU.
Are they getting whooped?
38-9.
Holy shit!
BYU is
second year in a row that the team picked to finish last is.
Yeah.
What, they're going to be 4-0 now?
BYU.
Yeah, in the Big 12.
Yeah. BYU will be 4-0. But here's the thing.
and they don't even have a quarterback.
There you go.
They ain't got a quarterback, but they got a defense though. And they listen. Kalani Sitake is a really good coach, man.
You know what, man? He just it's hard to get players to come to BYU.
Yeah,
because
here's
it's
what
certain
it is.
players.
Well, yeah, but those guys are usually more experienced, and
True.
because they're 25 years
They're
old.
grown
by the time they
men.
get done with their Mormon mission. Yeah,
they're grown men.
Look, but on top of that, Kalani is also a heck of a motivator.
Yeah,
that dude's a hell of a good. And me and Coach Roybal, we went to Big 12 Media Days in 2023, and we both left there going, damn. After he was up on the stage, I was like, man, that dude, I'd run through a wall for his ass today.
Yeah, man, that's.
I mean, they didn't have a good year last year. They didn't. But I just don't think they have their mix right. And whoever this quarterback is, I don't think he throws it very well, but he's a leader apparently, and they lead on their defense, and that's what they do.
Yeah, man. I just couldn't believe the score when I saw it, man. And then there again, everybody is a lot of teams. Dude, I was shocked to see James Madison spank the shit out of North Carolina.
Yeah, and
that was a damn basketball score, man.
Yes, it was.
I mean, when I saw it, I was like, nah, that's a misprint. 70-50.
I hadn't even looked at Twitter. I bet they're beating the crap out of Venables and everybody, aren't they?
No. I'm on it. No, they're not.
Look,
dude, everybody saw that game, man.
Good things came out of tonight. I'm sorry, they lost. That you don't take a ton. You listen. A loss is a loss is a loss. But if you found out what you needed to find out today, and you know where you have to go from here, there is a positive there.
Yeah,
and they're not going to go back. Listen, they're not going back. They're not going backwards and going to go. Look, the Jackson. I'm not saying that Jackson's not good. I'm not saying that he's not going to be an NFL player. I think he is. He's got all the tools. I think that this is not the situation for him. Look, how many quarterbacks are at the same place that they showed up at first? None of them almost.
True.
Almost none of them. And look at the SEC quarterbacks. Which one of them, aside from freshmen, Arch is the only guy, but he's a sophomore, a true sophomore, a redshirt freshman, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about, and then you're talking DJ Lagway. Everybody else has got a quarterback, and then, of course, J.A. But now that's going to change too. But listen, all these guys transfer now. They all do, because it doesn't always work out. It just doesn't. And this is the name of the game we play now. You have to roll with that. It's okay. And it just didn't. If Lebby stays, J.A. probably looks a lot better right now because he knew his system. I don't know, but maybe he ends up there.
They're trying to run Lebby's offense.
But with the mixture of what Latrell likes to do more. Yeah. When did you ever see Lebby run a 12 personnel?
Never.
Never.
I know that for a fact. Never. He spreads everybody out.
There was more times that they didn't have a tight end in the game than there was that they did.
All right. Here's a question from Sooner Legend. He said, if Seth was fired, who would you or Jason like to see as OC?
There's a few guys, but I don't know that I'm not ready to just say that you got to fire him.
Me neither.
You need to get this under. Look, the first thing is that Brent Venables has to take more ownership over the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
What did we talk about? We've talked about this, Coach. And Coach Roybal said this too. He said there's a couple of times, like think about the Oklahoma State game. He hesitated on going for it and then had to take a timeout.
Yep.
That he shouldn't have had to take because, again, and what did we see today? Twice. that he
True.
didn't have the nerve to go for it when he should have, or maybe he shouldn't have, but at least. Well, then why are you running on third down instead of throwing?
Yeah.
There's just little things, but he needs to own it all, and he needs to say, look, no, this is what I want to see, because look, this is what works well against my defenses. Defensive coordinators should know more about what offenses work than anybody else.
Yep. Well, I don't really have.
I don't
This
know
is
that
my
we have
thing.
to fire Seth right away. I think we got to fix it. But
Yeah.
if he's not the guy, then yeah, whatever, get rid of him. I
But
don't
here's the
care.
thing, though. If they do that, Jason, someone said it in the comments. If we do that, is BV gonna go outside to hire somebody?
I hope so.
I'm hoping so too, man, because we need sometimes, man, you need a fresh set of, you
don't have to be an
new voice.
Oklahoma guy. You don't have to have played at OU to be a coach there.
You need a new voice. And to be honest, when was the last time OU had trouble scoring points?
Never.
Even against the Bamas. Even Kyler scored 35 against Bama.
Yeah, well, he just waited forever to get started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm saying
again, that was a defensive problem more than it was anything, though.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So the friend of mine that's down the road, he told me, he was like, man,
couldn't afford to sputter.
Exactly. He said, y'all are scaring some people with that defense that they saw tonight.
Should be.
He said, y'all are really scaring some.
Coach
He
said
said
it before the start of the year. He said that defense is going to be nasty. Watch. I'll tell you, Coach I and Shotty and them, and they wanted to sit there, and you want to split hairs about who's elite and who isn't over 4 games, 3-4 games. Okay, well then the same is true then for Georgia. How are they elite then?
Yeah,
he literally tried to compare. The dude literally tried to compare Kentucky to that offense we just saw today. You can't do that.
Crazy.
Come on now. And I love Coach I, man. We boys. But come on.
Yeah.
Let's be real here.
Yeah. Hey guys, we got 44 viewers in here on YouTube.
Awesome. You better be hitting the like button.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell them, man. I only got 10 likes, man. So hit that like button, man. We got people in here, man. Hit the like button and everything, man. Then I got some on my Facebook, man. Hit that like button. Trust me, helping your boy out and everything, man.
Come on, fella.
No, man. Look, I'm getting better at this now, man, and I'm loving it because families coming in, man. You know, BNG, T-Boomer, Sooner Legend. I mean, everybody's coming in. Kimberly Kate, everybody's coming in, man. So just hit the like button, man.
That's why, Coach. You're doing a great job.
Hey, man, I love this, man, because I talk football, but I talk it with people, man, that I had respect for. And I don't say that word lightly, man, because I respect a lot of people, but I don't get along with a lot of people. I have my moments to where I'm distant because I walk by a different set of drums, man, because some people, man, don't move like I move. And when they don't move like I move, I can't hang around you. So when I get a group of people, man,
sounding like me and shit right now.
No, man, I'm just keeping it real, man. If I
keep
don't
it real,
rock with you, man.
Sometimes keeping it real makes people uncomfortable. I don't give a fuck anymore.
I respect the person more, because like I said, somebody's Sooner Texas says I done wipe my damn feet. But I ain't Jason. I gotta wipe your feet in here. You can take your socks off. There you go, Jason. There you go. Take the socks off and get comfortable.
Nasty. Keep your socks on, please. No, it's his show. You do whatever you want, but don't do it in my house.
No, man. I love this, man.
The hell out of my house for that shit.
Sooner Legend says, hell, our defense has only given up 14.75 points per game after 4 games. I think that's elite in my book. It is elite.
Hey, that's not what you said earlier, Sooner Legend. It's not what you said earlier.
Benji, would say Benji? Who you want as a OC? Let me see.
He probably wants Latrell to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
He
there's a lot of
said,
good. I like what's his name from UNLV. That
that's what he
dude's a
said.
ball.
That's what he said from UNLV.
The go-go offense, really good.
Well,
really good.
This is who I like, and I know he would leave. I know he would leave, and I'm gonna say it. If there was ever a player, a coach to leave an FCS school, or I'm not even gonna say an FCS school, a group of 10, a group of 5 school, I think Liberty's coach would leave. I think Liberty's coach would leave to go be the OC at Oklahoma.
Jamie Chadwell.
Yeah. I believe he would leave an ace in a group of 5 to go coach to be the OC at Oklahoma.
No, he ain't losing a lot of games at Liberty.
Yeah. Somebody said Brendan Marion.
It's Brennan. Yeah, Brennan.
Brendan Marion.
Yep, that's the guy from UNLV, the go-go offense guy. Have you seen that offense?
Yeah, UNLV's OC.
Have you seen that offense?
Hey, I saw it.
It's wild.
I saw it one time. I saw it one time when they
run
played,
and they throw very well out of it, though. You can do either out of it. It's wild. It's a crazy offense.
Well, man, this is what it is. And I'll be honest. I'm going to say it. And sometimes, man, Brent has to stop trying to be like Dabo. You know, being loyal to his. Bob had to do the uncomfortable things at times back in the day.
Yes, man. Hey, you know what? You're not wrong. Seawalt said the other day, he goes, man, Venable's kid needs to be the hell off the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And I kind of chuckled at it. I left it alone. But nah, man, there was too many kids named Sweeney and Venables on that football team the last few years.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
So that's what I'm saying, man.
You know what I mean? I mean, I get it, but
no, the hardest thing I had to do in my life, man, was fire a friend of mine. But I had to do what was best for everyone around me and everything. And see, when you're a coach, you have different people, you have different responsibilities. You don't just have one responsibility to a person. You have responsibility and everything to the university,
to the entire
school,
team,
to their families, to the coaches, to the coaches' families, to the ADs. You got, and then your family. So you got so many hats that you have to wear.
Not everybody fits every system too. I mean, they might be good coaches, they're just not good for your program.
Yeah. And I think BV was trying to be loyal since Seth was there, that it would only be right to just give it to him. But sometimes, man, you have to go out.
He's not been a terrible coordinator. I don't know that it's time to get rid of Seth Latrell necessarily. I think that right now he doesn't look very good. But I think that if what we're saying is true about the whole that he's trying to marry one system with another, stop doing that, Seth. Stop it.
Yeah.
Just do your thing. Either do that and die that way, or do Lebby's and die that way. I don't care. Just do one or the other only.
Benji, I'm gonna disagree with you on this one. He says, LOL, he's gonna put you in a timeout. I don't put people in a timeout. He said, Sooner Legends podcast, LOL. But stay true. I agree with you. Not elite. Too early to call any defense elite. If you don't think this defense is elite, something is wrong with you.
Put his ass in timeout. Stop it already.
Listen. You just played. You just played the #1 offense in the nation. Everybody came in here. Everybody on every sports outlet was picking Tennessee to come in here and just spank OU's ass. And 45-10, 55-20, and all this. You had to look at this game and say, damn, if Oklahoma didn't make the mental and mistakes, this would be a dogfight.
if Oklahoma had a competent offense tonight.
Yes.
Until before the third quarter showed up.
Yeah.
And again, I would tell you that I think that they have a elite defense. Now, I mean, it's not because Oklahoma has an elite offense, but they made it hard on you. They made your offensive line look bad. They're very deep. Listen, you can see it. I was on row 11 in the lower bowl. I was close to the action. You could hear that shit. Those guys, there's a lot of good popping going on. That was physical football game, man.
I was saying the same thing, is that you could hear it on some of the screen, some TV station, man. That was physical. And I mean, both teams.
That's good. I love football like that, by the way. But that's different. And they're different. I'm not sure that we got a ton of idea of how good their secondary is even still, but they're better than we thought they were.
It wasn't. I mean, yes,
Benji,
it was 22-3 in the fourth quarter, and it was. You got to look at the whole game.
How many times have you seen people come back from 21 more down in like a quarter? Just in the last 2 years, think about that for a second. Hell, Colorado almost came back from 21 down against fucking USC last year with the Heisman Trophy winner. It happens.
Dude, this game right here was just I'm gonna chalk it up as a learning lesson for Oklahoma.
It's a loss. It's fine, but you had to learn. You learn a lot from losing, right? Do you not?
Yeah.
You can learn a lot from winning tight games. You're supposed to learn something every week. It's football. That's your job. But the beauty is that I think that the decision that was made tonight to pull J.A. out that's a permanent decision with quarterbacks, guys.
Yeah.
They don't make that decision lightly. That's a permanent thing.
Yeah.
Unless it's an emergency situation, I don't think you see J.A. again on the field.
Yeah.
And if you do, I have to question, what are they doing?
I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I mean, why would you go backwards? You saw what you needed to saw. 76 yards, 46% completions, 3 turnovers, and 3 damn points.
Yeah. Well, Hank, in the first half, only thing they gave up was one long pass.
That was just a mistake by Billy.
Yeah, that was it. That was a mistake. And Bishop, I said this earlier, 3 turnovers, 12 Tennessee points. I said the same thing earlier, but turnovers are part of the game. So I can't say that it's what it is. So let's just say, and I don't like doing hypotheticals. You take away 10, take away 12 points.
Look,
what?
Well, think about it though. Okay, so at least one of those where they turned the ball right back to them after they turned them over, they scored a touchdown on it. Mm-hmm. They got a field goal off the other one, so that's 10 right there.
Yeah.
You can't turn the ball over that situation, man. You said it a minute ago. The one that right down by the goal line. How you can't fumble right there if you're Jackson?
Well, here's the thing: you don't sit there and get a fucking, excuse my language, freaking damn false start.
Yeah.
And you're on your 5-yard line and go half the distance, and then the next play you run a damn. Everybody knew it was coming.
A safety. Oh my God! What was that play call?
If I am a defensive coordinator and I know that you're on a half 2-yard line, I'm blitzing because I know you're not going to pass it.
You got to throw the football. A slant route is the only thing.
You got to catch me off guard because I'm going to blitz in the A and B gap. You're not running that ball up there.
All you got to do is throw it at the place they blitz from.
Yeah,
I mean,
was
right?
uncomfortable. Nico was uncomfortable the whole game.
Okay, man. They sacked him a bunch last brother. I told you. What did I say? They're gonna put him in the blender, and they did.
Yeah, I said this before the ball game, and I think you said it too just now. But I was like, when the game gets real big and you are a freshman, your quarterback and your OC have to help you out, because you're going to start thinking that you can do something, and that gets you in the oh shit moments.
Sir,
you can't. Okay, you gonna stress
Coach,
me
you ain't wrong. None of this is wrong.
No, but it's good that we can talk about it, because
I agree. I love it. I love it. I think we have to. We have to realize that that's why they're not going back to Jackson.
Yeah. Well, the problem that we're talking about is
it sucks for Jackson. I hate it. I hate it for us. I love Jackson Arnold. I like the guy.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a very successful quarterback. It's just not going to be at Oklahoma.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. We can sit here and say, Bishop Frank, we can sit here and say, well, if Oklahoma didn't give up the 12 points, they win the game. You can't say that.
Well, but they did. Yeah.
Because game calls would have changed, game plays would have changed, possessions would have changed. So that's why I don't do hypotheticals.
If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
But I used to love that saying. If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. I don't know why they put Jackson Arnold back out there to hand the ball off. I think because they wanted to give Michael a breather. That's the only thing I can think of.
Because they didn't put. I thought they put Casey in.
No, they put Jackson Arnold in to hand the ball off to Devontae Barnes.
Oh, what the hell?
Now look, if this is what I'm going to say about this, man. I think tonight DeMarco might have had his best coaching job of putting the running backs in.
I hope that. Well,
because he played all the backs. He played all of them.
Yeah, X-Rob even got to play a little bit. Huh?
He played all of them, except
like
for Hicks.
Too.
He didn't put Hicks in.
But Hicks is hurt. Franklin. I think Bogue broke him.
He said, Sooner in Texas said, damn, Jason, you already have Jackson Arnold out the door.
He's gone. He's gone. Hey, guys, this just happened a couple of years ago. Y'all don't remember how it went down? When you make a change like that when you make a change of a 5-star quarterback, they leave.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Kimberly K, yeah.
Let me say this one more time, too. 46% completions, 76 yards, 3 turnovers, 3 points. He had to go out.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he'll never get better. I'm saying he ain't going to be doing that at Oklahoma because that's what happens. It's not his fault. It's not all his fault. I mean, he didn't play well enough to look. Everybody's been saying he's got to play better.
Benji, we're not going to roll with Jackson Arnold.
I've been the guy that's been taking up for Jackson a lot.
I think we all have, because I'm a quarterback coach, so I take up for.
I'm a fan of JA. I am a fan of JA.
Any quarterback, man, because it's a hard position to play, and
to be a freshman or a first-year starter and have to learn. These guys are going to go through. Look, Quinn Ewers wasn't a finished product his first year at Texas either. He didn't really get to play that much at Ohio State. He made how many mistakes how many games did y'all lose his first year? You went 8-5, and you probably should have won 10 or 11 games because of the talent with Bijan and Roschon and on all those guys that were there on that team last year. Look, sometimes they just don't do it. And let's just be honest, as Oklahoma fans, we are way spoiled with quarterbacks, and we're ready to throw the baby out with the bathwater. We are.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that was what I wanted to do. I'm telling you, when they pulled him out of the game tonight and went with Hawkins, and Hawkins performed, it's over.
The reason why, Benji, I think you do have to make the change permanently. You don't want to have going into the next game who's going to start, who's going to play, because
We all know how that worked
someone,
out with Lincoln's stupid ass.
yeah, someone has to take the snaps with the ones. Someone has to take the snaps with the twos to get
Benji,
that
is Benji saying
cohesive
that
going.
he don't think that they're gonna make the switch? Are you guys
Benji
really
said,
believe that?
but you don't have to make the change permanently. It was one
Why?
game.
Really?
I'm
I
I'm
disagree.
gonna put it.
I think it's not one game. We've been bitching about it. People have been bitching about him for every game, 4 games now. And tonight it culminated. He got better last week and he fell off a fucking cliff today. To the point that they had to make the move.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not telling you that's what I want. I'm not.
No.
I'm not telling you it's his fault even. That offensive line situation, the receiver situation. Hey, if they don't call back that damn play that was a
2 point.
touchdown at the first of the game, that may not happen. Maybe he gets in a rhythm and nothing changes. That's not what happened, guys. Things are the way they are. There's a lot of guys that should have been. Think of all the quarterbacks that you thought were guaranteed going to be great in the NFL, and you never hear from them after college.
Nope. Prime
Who
example.
who
Great
in the
Tebow.
room? Who in the room thought that kid from Iowa State was going to be starting for the damn 49ers when he was picked
Purdy.
last? Yeah,
Purdy.
Purdy. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who thought so?
Sooner Legend said he's still pissed putting Jackson Arnold in the shotgun at the 2 yard. I don't understand that, man. I never understood why you go to a shotgun on the 1 and 2 yard line.
So offense they
Has
run, fellas. So
has
offense they
anybody
run.
heard of the Philly push?
Love that.
Philly push.
I'm
You
with
get
you on that.
somebody
But
like you get 2
yeah.
offensive linemen to come behind your quarterback and push his ass in the end zone. It's
It's
legal.
supposed to be against the rules, isn't it?
No, it's legal.
Well, whatever. I would just say that. Look, you can't. I know that we love to think that they're going to be completely multiple, but when you run certain things all the time, you run them everywhere.
You're gonna have to let Hawkins run with the ones to get a cohesiveness going, a rhythm going, and confidence. Because as you saw the game
Well,
went on, he got confidence and you saw the offense move. But the
crazy,
best
man.
medicine for a blitzing team on a bad offensive line is a mobile quarterback.
It's not even just that. Look, Jackson's mobile. He ain't as mobile as this guy, and
No,
Jackson has a confidence issue. Mike didn't. It's the same as Spencer. Think about the Red River. Spencer was coming apart 2 years in a row.
Benji, I'm gonna say this, man, out of all kindness in my heart.
Shut up.
You keep talking crazy. I'm gonna put you in timeout.
Acting a fucking
So
fool. What is he saying
so
now?
so what happens when not if, but when Hawkins struggles with this schedule, he out the door too. And I'm like,
Oh,
dude,
you have to live with what you do here.
you
And
I know that
you bend this offense. Now Latrell can do, instead of worrying about what he thinks this kid's comfortable with, he doesn't have to do that.
now you told me a few minutes ago, Benji, that you coach in some shape or form. So you gotta know this. You
I
gotta
think
know
you're
this. And I
lying.
don't know if you playing coy or if you just, but you gotta know this. I heard
Well,
from a Horns fan that Quinn would roll us. Sorry, he faced Nico and kept him to blame. Nico is a better quarterback. Oh yeah, Nico a better quarterback than Quinn. But no, I don't know that.
yes,
He's a
he is.
freshman. He's a
Yes,
freshman.
he is. Yes, he is, though.
You know, maybe
He
the
doesn't get
game may not
rattled.
get big too big for him.
Did you see him rattled tonight? He took a lot of hits. He kept balling.
Yeah.
The pressure didn't. I wouldn't say it made him fall apart.
Okay, Sooner in Texas. This is totally different, but I'm gonna read it to Jason. When my daughter screwed up, I coached her in how to be better. I never threw her out. It ain't time to get dude. Look, if
We're
you're
not. So that's
comparing,
not. I'm not saying you're throwing Jackson out. You guys got to stop saying that. I'm saying Jackson's leaving.
yeah, and also too, you can't compare teaching our kids
That's not
fundamentally
even what the
sound
hell we're
way
talking about,
of,
bro.
of being coached and then coaching a player at a, as you want to call it, a business now.
All
It's
right,
two
hold
different
on,
things.
Coach.
It-
Think about this for
yeah.
a second. If you now, after we just saw Michael Hawkins come in and perform in a position that he didn't perform in, and you go back to Jackson, who do you lose then? You lose Michael Hawkins.
Yeah. Yeah. So bad O-line, bad
This just happens, guys. It just happens.
This is what I want everybody to understand. Benji, mainly you, and even Sooner in Texas. I mean, this is what I want you guys to understand. I'm gonna try to put it in a way, man, that y'all can understand and everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut up right now.
No. As a coach, and you guys know this, as a coach, it's a team. I can't baby and breastfeed one person and then try to make it seem like nothing's going wrong when you are stinking up the damn ball game. I have a quarterback. If he's playing bad, I gotta go to the next quarterback up, the next man up, because he might do something or set fire up under the quarterback that I just took out. But if the one comes in and does better than the one that just came out, I cannot go back. I cannot go back. And the quarterback that I took out has to understand that. He has to understand that. You understand coming to a school like Oklahoma, the Alabama. You think Jalen was pissed off when Tua came in? Yes, he was. But what did he do? No one said anything about that. So I'm saying you guys are looking at it all the wrong way. You're trying to make it complicated when it's not. It's not complicated. All we're
What's more
saying is
important? What's more important, the team or
the player.
Jay's?
And that's what I'm saying. So we can't baby him just
You
because,
don't get to have it both ways, fellas. And
and that's
the
all
point
and
is,
that's all
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
saying. Do you think that? Do I? I'm not telling you that I think that they want to throw him out the damn door. That's not what I'm saying. They'd love to have him as a backup. That's not going to happen, though.
I think Kimberly K said I like her comment. She said, I hate this for Jackson Arnold. I don't want this young man's spirit to break, but I believe JA doesn't need help from the outside, it's inside. He's easily shaken. And
He's young and but when you hit look, this is a competitive game, folks.
yeah.
This is the bottom line to the whole thing. And especially at a place like Oklahoma, it's competitive. You either ball or you ball out. Get the hell out. And that's how it is.
Yeah.
If we're doing this on the offensive side, you've got a guy like Jaden Jackson that's playing over a senior in Dejon Terry. And you've got, I mean, and in front of the guy that was ranked way higher than him in Stoney, guys, this is a competition based thing, and our expectations as Sooner fans are you live up to the standard. Well, look, guess what? He didn't today. And how many games do you think? How many games are you willing to have him lose while your defense plays like this? How many games are you willing to allow JA to lose while your defense plays lights out like this? How many?
Yeah. No, Benji, we good.
Is that fair to that defense?
Yeah. It's not. It's
Not fair to your football team.
when BV did that and he stuck with Michael, that was, I guarantee you, that was a team decision.
He hates this. I promise you guys, they all hate this.
All of them hate it because you don't want controversy.
Except for Michael Hawkins and his pops. I guarantee you they all hate it.
Yeah.
Because they all love JA. I love J.A. I ain't got no problems with that kid. I've been taking up for the dude when everybody was saying he was trash. He let that shit get in his head.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It happens. But I think he goes somewhere else and he's fine. You know what? Sometimes you need to go through some shit. What were we saying about Josh Heupel as a coach? You know what?
Yep.
I said it this morning on Coach I's show, and I said it on High Top. That you know what? It's kind of a blood war between. I mean, Hype. You said it earlier. Hype did that shit on purpose on some shit. He was trying to run it up.
Yeah.
Well, but guess what? Had he not gone through that, he's not the head coach at Tennessee right now, killing it.
No. But I think someone said it early on in the podcast and everything in the comments is that when you play games like this, it really lets you know how good your team is. And besides the mental mistakes that OU made, and they made some,
they're still pretty green.
You're still in the freaking ball game.
They're lacking some seasoning,
but terrible as your ass played the first half, you're still in the damn ball game.
That's right.
And they played terrible.
They should have been blown. They should have been what Tennessee said. All the Tennessee fans were saying. It should have been 50-10. But it wasn't because that defense is that good.
Yep.
And they bent a little bit, and they did. I mean, look, they gave up. You can call it 25 if that's what you want to, but it is. And again, we could talk about all these little things why things happen the way they did, but in the end, that defense kept you in the game for longer than you should have been in it because, again, 46% completions, under 100 yards, 76 yards, and he had 3 turnovers, and they were still in the game.
Yeah.
It was 19-3.
Yeah.
They're still in the game. And the move had to be made before it got worse. And it could have got worse. Once Hawkins came in and moved the ball a little bit, the defense got to rest a little bit. They went right back to popping ass. 2.9 yards a carry, fellas.
Yeah. Stephen G, you said, Coach Ricks, I thought of something on the ride over. Can I ask? Shoot away. Yeah, Sooner Legend, Twitter and social media. Sometimes, man, you got to stay off that because fans after having liquor in their system and alcohol in the system, man, they say things.
Was going on in the stands a little bit. It was
they say things, man, and it just you still got to realize and everything, man. We are fans because we want our team to do well, but let's keep it like that. And to be a coach, man, I have to have a different level of discipline when it comes to players and families and things like that, man. It's because people are looking at you and the players look at you, and you have to have a different level of respect for your players because these parents are trusting you to do what's right by their son. Now, the question that you asked,
Coach, when you're coaching, let me ask you as a coach real quick.
Okay. All right.
If you don't make that move that they made tonight, what signal is that sending the rest of your team?
Well, one thing, if I don't make that decision and everything, it means I have no control over my program.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this kid's feelings matter more than all the work that the rest of these guys are putting in. That, you know, he's not performing, and you expect them all to perform. At some point, when the standard doesn't remain the standard for everybody, and I'm not saying it had to have been today, it happened today. We're just talking about what actually happened at this point. But I'm not saying it had to have been today, but at whatever point it comes, at some point they're going to realize that you're full of shit if you don't uphold that standard.
Yeah. No, but
if you're holding me to that standard, but not Sooner Legend, then I'm going to be like, fuck you, coach. You're full of shit.
I'm showing favoritism.
Yeah.
Showing favoritism.
And these guys, they don't want to ruin anybody's career. You can bet your ass. I'm telling you, there ain't a person in that. First off, they hated that they lost, but and because
Oh
you
yeah.
know this, all coaches hate losing more than they love winning. But
Oh yeah.
but you think they want to damage his future? No. But I also don't think it's the end of the world for this kid either. I think that he goes and makes an adjustment, and he's fine. He just whatever it is. Jaden Gibson last year couldn't catch a cold.
Yep.
All of a sudden, he
He
catches one
worked his
ball.
butt
Hank
off.
said this. He goes, if that dude would just catch one and get some
He's dangerous.
confidence, it's over. And he
Yeah.
wasn't wrong. He
No,
wasn't
he wasn't
wrong.
wrong.
The dude was an alpha dog at the end of the year. He couldn't catch a cold at the start.
Here's Stephen G's question. He wanted to ask me, why do we not have a running game besides quarterback runs in every game? Both O line and running back coaches. Well, here's the thing. Here's what it is. Coming into the game, what did we hear? Oklahoma offensive line was bad. As any defensive coach,
4 different lines.
I'm gonna blitz the shit out of you to see if you pick up the blitzes and see how well. I gotta test you first. And see if it's really what it is. There was plays, man, when they were showing replays, Jason, that some of the damn guys wasn't even blocking anybody. They were running right by the damn guys, and the defensive tackles and ends were just coming right up in there, stuffing the ball. So
those guys are talented, by the way, though, too. Those guys are super talented, and they're just. I think that they hadn't had time to gel with all these guys. I think that becomes better, but I also think that Michael Hawkins gives you an added dimension of speed that you did not have a minute ago, and pretty much the same arm.
Yeah. Well, this is what I told the guys earlier. As an offensive line, you got to have want to. You got to get tired of getting your ass whooped by that guy across from you. And when does heart and pride kick in? That shit got to kick in sometime.
Coach, how much do you think it is that they're hitting so much throughout the week?
Probably not.
No, I mean, you don't think that they're hitting a little much because they're getting these guys hurt? Like maybe that balance is off. I think you got to be physical. I'm not saying not to be physical, but I think there's a line that it's a blurry line, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the way that you should do it on offensive line and everything is if you got guys coming back from an injury, they already know the assignments. They already know the blitz package. They already know what to run, how to run it.
Beat them up anymore.
You should not have to beat them up no more. You should let those guys come back.
That's what happens though, man. They do a lot of full contact stuff, man. A lot.
Yeah.
I think there's a line that you can't cross without getting soft, but I don't know what that line is.
That's what BB believes in, man. Just being honest, that's what he believes in. He believes in playing tough.
That's why I'm asking you, do you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Lincoln Park. Thank you, Lincoln Park. I'll give you credit. He says, OU 11-1, y'all D is sick. I don't know about 11-1 until we get some things fixed.
Still 9-2 or 9-3, 10-2, maybe 8-4 at this point, depending on if they. It just depends, man. I also don't think the rest of the SEC is great, man. I just.
But you got to find out. But listen. And
they got to get better. They got to keep getting better, man. They got to get better.
Yes, they played Chattanooga. Yes, they played Kent State. Yes, they played Sister Mary the Blind with two left feet. You still played a damn good offense that came in with the mentality that we're gonna beat your ass.
And think about this for a second. Everybody keeps saying, well, yeah, they should blow those guys out. Well, they did.
Yeah.
If you're a good offense and you go up against those teams and you got a good defense, you should do that, what they did to them. We now know that NC State ain't very good, but we also know that, I was in the building, and I'm not saying you see it any better in the stadium than you see it on TV, because I don't know that you do. I'm just telling you, they're good.
They came in with a game plan that
And they caught a break or
that
two.
worked on OU. Now that game plan won't work on somebody else that has a decent offense. I mean, a decent offensive line.
Yeah, look, but you know what? That's your job to exploit deficiencies.
Exactly. I'm glad you said that. That's why I
I
say they
think Josh is
blitz.
doing a great job there. I do think he's doing a great job.
They blitz more than they normally do. They had to.
Well, they had a feeling that they could get Jackson rattled. They were right. But if he hits that touch, if they don't call that, stop that play that is a free play all the time, and he hits it for a touchdown, if that doesn't happen, maybe the fucking game changes. I mean, momentum's the son of a bitch.
Momentum is a dangerous damn thing, man, because
it's a real thing.
Once
bro.
you get momentum going, you cannot turn it off.
But when Jackson got that pressure, some pressure makes diamonds or it bursts pipes. You've heard that before. Shawty said that the other day. To some people, pressure turns them into a diamond. It also breaks pipes. It is what it is. Look, I think, again, I'm going to tell you that it sucks that J.A. is done. And I'm not telling you that they're throwing him out. I'm telling you they made the decision to move on and tried Hawkins. And when Hawkins played well, now and here's the other part you got to remember. Malik's coming next season. Michael's brother. He's coming next season. He's another one of the big dog safeties. Look, they lose. If you made that switch tonight and everybody in the world saw Michael Hawkins outperform the guy that was the starter, and you go back to the guy that got outperformed, then the one that outperformed him is leaving, and so is his brother, who's a stud. Look.
Hold on, Jason. Hank, do you mean on defense? Do you mean on Hank says, I do have to ask if maybe a series of a 4-man front would have been a move. You talking about on defense? They're against this offense, you don't go to a 4-man front.
Look, they've been talking about that a lot. You have to stay light. That would have put 5-6 guys in the box, they would have killed you.
As you see, OU, Georgia, Alabama, those are the teams that can play light in the box and get pressure on you, and you ain't got, because that's when you have your mismatches.
Yep. Think about this. Billy made a mistake and stepped up at the safety position instead of dropping back, and it's a touchdown. That was just one mistake.
Yeah. And if he was in that spot, it would have been an interception because he was right where the ball came. Yeah. He was right where the ball came if he'd have stayed there.
And that was just a bonehead mistake on his part. I love Billy Bowman, but that was stupid. And I think he knew it was stupid immediately. He knew.
Yeah.
He knew he'd made a mistake. BV sure as shit let him know when he got off the field.
At the end of the day, I still can sit here and say the first thing I said when I came on, I gave Tennessee credit. They came in there and they won a hard-fought game. But
they did what they needed to do, bro.
Tennessee fans are not going to be thinking the same thing next year. But they know that defense is going to be crazy.
If you think I'm going to apologize to all you Tennessee motherfuckers, y'all are crazy. Because I ain't.
They wouldn't apologize.
Wrong either. I'm not telling you I was wrong either. I said they were going to put him in the blender.
They saw the game.
They put his ass in the blender. I said they were going to stop the run. They stopped the run. They just didn't get nothing done on offense. And that's a shame. But I don't know what everybody's talking about. Because we said y'all weren't
we're not going to let
you did it.
Jackson is probably going to be the backup probably against Auburn.
I don't know that he is. He might be though. I guess he could be. Listen, I think he's probably your emergency core. I don't know exactly. I'm not telling you I've got somebody on the phone that I know this. I'm just telling you this is how it works. They don't make that decision lightly. That's why they haven't.
We got the offensive line back now, so this is our first game back. No one got hurt again, so we can start building on the offensive line that we got. This going next week will be the second week.
Right.
Would it be the first time we've had the same offensive line? Huh?
I said, let them bang their head into the wall, coach. Shit.
Oh, I ain't worried about it. I ain't
Jackson
worried about it,
leaving, man. I'm sorry, guys, but he gone.
Yeah, T Boomer, man. I'm about to get up off here too, man. Y'all gotta realize it's 2:30 here my way. I'm getting my ass.
I'm tired of shit too, man. I'm ready for bed myself,
man. But I wanted to come in. I was not ducking and diving nobody, and I had some Tennessee fans that I told that if they won the game, I'll come on here and still talk my shit, like I always do, because I don't duck the smoke.
shit.
You know, I got a fire extinguisher up under this table. I'll put it out. I don't duck smoke.
Everybody talking about I'm getting Benji. What are you talking about? I'm getting cooked in the freaking. Them talking shit don't mean they're right. I made just as good an argument as anybody about that. You can have your opinion of elite and not elite or whatever the fuck. What is it? What did they explain that makes them more right than me or anything else? And where did I lose to these Tennessee clowns? I'm sorry, I don't buy it. They didn't win by 30. They didn't blow out this football team, even when they probably could have. You know why? Because exactly what I said was going to happen happened. The only thing that didn't happen was the offense didn't perform. Not until it was too late.
His brother's going to come regardless. Benji, his brother's coming regardless if he plays or don't get played. He don't play.
Malik?
Yeah. He says, Stephen G, the consensus on the show is no, got to roll with Hawkins, can't lose his third brother. His brother's coming.
Who said that? Who said that?
Benji.
Benji?
They love
stop
Oklahoma
already, dude. Benji, you need to stop freaking trying to like put words into people's mouths. Stop doing it. I said you either lose one or you lose the other. And if you lose the other, you lose his brother too. Is that not correct?
Most times
because
that's the way it is.
You make a switch with a quarterback. You make a switch. They freaking transfer. It happens everywhere.
Yep.
And if you go back with JA, when he got outperformed, they pulled him for a reason. The guy comes in and plays better than him. Then you go back to him. You just lost him. You're going to lose one of them. Don't stop thinking that you just can summarize what the fuck people are talking about because you don't do well at it.
I told him, I said, he was like, LOL, is that not what I said in a different way? I said, no, it's the way you said it that makes it sound so completely different. But I guess by you saying it now, I know what you mean now, but it was said different, but it's fine. It's fine. Well, hey guys.
Check your ass out, Benji.
I love you guys, man, for jumping on, man. Like I said, I came on here because I'm a real fan. I love OU, and I'm gonna come on here and say my piece. I think we still got some things to take care of, but I think we're going to be a very effective team going forward. I think we're going to scare a lot more teams.
They learned some things today.
Oh yeah. Hey Benjamin, we love you too, man. Ain't no
you know we're fucking with you.
He said LOL. He said LOL. Love you, Jason.
Fucker. Piss me off.
And look at this, Benji. You never got put in timeout, not once.
Only because it was mom. Only because mom wasn't in charge of the shit. That's why.
Nah, man. Thank you guys, man, for jumping in, man. Jason, man, you get somewhere safe, man. Get out of the hood.
I'm out the hood, man. I'm back in the good neighborhood. No, I just booked something. I'm fixing to go lay down.
Hey, me and the wife went somewhere, man. I can't remember where I was at. It's about 15 years ago. We went somewhere and got a hotel, and the views was 5-star. I was like, okay, cool. So we go there, dude. when I got there, Jason, man, there were like 3 or 4 bums laying on the curb of
There
the
you go.
of the of the hotel. Of the hotel.
Yeah, I
I was
I overlooked
like,
that when I walked in, and
like,
then I
oh
saw the
hell no.
cockroaches, and I was like, "Oh no, bro, I'm out." Well, I got a gun. I ain't really worried about people, but
Well, yeah, I get what you
cockroaches,
said.
one is too many, bro. One is too many.
Hey man, when my wife and the kids in the car, man, I gotta hold it to a different standard. If it was just me,
I understand that part too. But I'm just saying, like, I
yeah.
overlooked it until I saw the cockroaches. Then I was like, "Fuck this! I ain't
Oh
doing it."
yeah. You can't take nobody home with you. you can't
Facts, man.
you can't take no guests home with you and
I
everything,
was
man.
tripping,
That's
man. I
crazy.
was like, "Oh no, no, no!" I threw stuff outside immediately. Got to
Yeah,
go.
Benji, I gotta start doing that, man. Cause well, my wife turned me on to that, man. My wife loves to read the reviews. I'm being honest. She loves the reviews, man. But some of these reviews, man, are people giving their own self reviews and giving themselves 5-star, and the shit is terrible.
Yeah,
So
Google's bad about that. Like the best places to like really look at a review is like Yelp, because you have to like to review it. Yelp makes you have to have like got the service through Yelp. You know what I mean? And so they know that you use the service, and that they don't just let anybody do it. You know what I mean? That it's no anonymous and shit like that. You can't do it. You don't get away with that
Stephen
on
G,
Yelp. But
where you at?
Google
Where you at? You
Google's
said
hard.
I'm just in my dorm. Where you at? Are you in the military or are you in college? I know you ain't in college.
He
You gotta be
is
in the
not.
military.
He has a house out there. He's lying.
Oh, he said, I'm just in my dorm. Oh yeah, Kimberly K. Hey, there's still only one. Look, thank you, Coach Rick, for letting me hang in here with you. Oh no, hey, Kimberly K. Anytime you want to jump in, jump in. I also put my email in my YouTube, so if you wanted to email me that question, you can definitely email me that and everything. I'll answer back to you. But no, man, thank you, guys, man.
At some point tomorrow, I'll get on. I'll definitely be on Monday morning too. But you Tennessee fans, y'all keep on keeping on. But and all y'all want to try to talk shit. You know I'm coming back at you.
Hey, I might send you a invite tomorrow
All
night.
right.
I'm
Nice, good.
interviewing Anthony Eubanks, the former
Oh yeah.
Arkansas Razorback, the
Well,
former Arkansas
I
Razorback.
gotta travel back, but it's only like 6 hours, man. So it's all good.
It's gonna be at 8 p.m.
Oh yeah, I'll be back by then.
It's gonna be at 8 p.m. Yeah, it's gonna be Anthony Eubanks and his brother. I'm
Cool.
interviewing them tomorrow and everything. Like I said, it's good having family, man, that's played in college and NFL that you can call and say, hey, jump on the podcast.
That's super cool, man. No doubt.
So but no, thank you guys, man, for jumping in. Salute to you, Bishop Franks, man, for jumping in, man. Appreciate it. I don't duck the smoke, man. Jason will let you know. I said I'm gonna jump on and do a podcast, man, because I love my team, man, and I want to give my 2 cents worth of what's going on. But we'll get it changed around, man. We'll get it changed around. We'll praise them when they do good, and we'll talk shit when they do bad.
Facts.
That's what we do. But thank
It
you
was
guys, man.
disappointing. It was disappointing, but there was some really highlights, man. Thanks for having me on, Coach Ricks, and for running this
Hey
tonight.
man, be safe, man. Be safe, dog. Like I said,
Yeah, I got another
I
room,
don't
man.
like when my boys
Yeah, hey, hey, yeah, I should have stayed away
sleep with
from
one eye open.
bro. I should have stayed away from. I didn't realize that. Well, the reviews were on there that they looked like it was fine. It was still $120. So I was like, okay, but
Yeah,
then it said it said Oklahoma City, and then the next thing when after I booked it, then it said Midwest City. I was like, oh.
yeah. See, my wife, man,
And I
she
don't want to.
has
I'm
this
not hating
standard.
on Midwest City. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I've heard some things.
She have a standard. If it's under 150, we can't stay there.
Yeah. Well,
She, she don't. No, she don't do that,
listen,
man.
man. It's just me though, man. We slept in worse places. You know we have.
Oh man, look, you give me 4 walls and a pallet or a sheet, I'm good to go.
But I do not like cockroaches. So yeah, no,
No, I don't
I'm
fool with
good.
roaches, man. I don't fool with roaches, man. And cause when I was in college, man, I ate sugar smacks And ever since then, I don't eat the sugar smacks no more. So trust me. So
well, hey,
anyway,
thanks
man,
for having me, guys. And guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow at some point on our show, or if not tomorrow, I might do a quick video just to post, and then I'll say what I gotta say. But I'll be there for sure Monday morning, and if not, and I'll be on with Coach Ricks. But don't think I'm running from y'all. You know I ain't scared of shit. Smoke my ass.
Man, look,
come on.
This is just a bump in the road, guys. Just a bump in the road.
I'm the one bringing the smoke. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah. Let me see. Get this last one in. See, Bishop's in here. Stephen J. Excuse me. Stephen G. Ernest Humble. Bishop. Kenley K. John Russell. Hold on. Let me see what John was about to say. He said, if J.A. get benched, do they continue to show his Dr. Pepper commercial? Boy, y'all cold as hell, boy. Y'all cold as hell.
Yeah, they were,
yes.
You should have heard. You should have heard them in the stadium.
Dude, I can imagine. I can imagine.
But it was being said all around. I was like, "Oh, y'all mean." They started calling for Dylan Gabriel shit at one point. I was like, "Damn." Yeah, it wasn't cool.
Hey. Well, anyway. You guys have a wonderful night, man. If y'all can check me out tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We got former Arkansas Razorback wide receiver Anthony Eubanks, and he's gonna jump in with his brother tomorrow, man. We're gonna talk about what's going on in the Oklahoma and the SEC. Anthony has a great understanding of what the SEC was going to look like, and he's going to give his predictions on what OU is going to be expecting and what they're going to do. So jump on tomorrow, man, and watch your boy. Until then, horns down. You guys, man, have a good night, man. Jason, man, be safe, bud.
All right, peace out. Love you guys.
All right, man. Take out.